morning. Okay. Ooh, what kind of day? What kind of day? Good morning. Good morning. Let's grab some sparkles. Oh my God. Sorry. Do, 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 bum, 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 bum. Sin Shops, Bree. Hello, good morning. I see Ripple. Hello, Kelvin. Hello, good morning. Welcome. Ooh, it feels so bright today. It feels so crisp and clear. Kelvin. Hello, Kelvin.
Hello, lovely. How are you?
I'm amazing. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So I am just here to get your perspective.
Okay, yes.
Again, what you need to understand about me is that I grew up being told that body count, it does matter.
Right.
And I've had people around me say to me things like, if she has a high body count, she's more likely to be more promiscuous. And again, I've had examples of friends who've dated people who have a high body count and it always ends up not working long term. So
Well,
seeing this discussion by you saying body count does not matter, I just want to gain your perspective just so that I can understand a bit more.
so let's kind of start with the friends who have gotten into relationships and they did not work out long term. And these friends obviously had sex and started a relationship, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And so that's not what I teach when it comes to picking a long term relationship. I don't teach starting with sex. I teach starting with data gathering, assessing the data, and then making an informed decision about whether or not you want to get into a relationship with this person. We do have a current dating model of kiss to see where it goes. In other words, kiss on the first, second, third, fourth date, start having sex soon after, commit to the person, reject other people. Now, 4 dates in, we don't have a lot of information yet, but we're doing a lot of things that create a lot of emotions, like consistent kissing, consistent sex, and repeatedly rejecting other people, all which signal to the brain that I've completed a vetting process, which shuts down the red flag alert, has me getting even more emotional because all the goodness that I see, which is the initial facade, has me thinking this is such a great person. And I say to my friends, wow, what a great person I selected, only for me to find out later on down the road, as the facade falls out, what they are missing, right? And if they're missing what I need, it starts to fall apart because in reality, I never should have kissed that person in the first place. Because if I gathered the data first, I would have said, no, thank you, because I see what you are missing, what is important to me. So let's keep in mind that the reason why it didn't work isn't because they had sex. The reason why it didn't work is because they did not do data collection first to find out if this was the right person for a long-term relationship.
I understand now. No one
Right.
has
Now,
explained that to me.
with that in mind, women are told that's how you start a relationship is you pick a stranger, have sex, hope for the best. And women are also told if you don't have sex soon enough, you lose out on the opportunity to get into a long-term relationship because women are told males will not wait 3 months to get to know us. They'll move on if we're not allowing the sexual touches. So women are convinced they have to barter their body in order to get a chance at a long-term relationship, only to find out the person they bartered with wasn't worth it. So women often have a higher body count because they're told the way to start a relationship is to have sex, instead of being told the way to start a relationship is to find out if he's worth starting a relationship with. And that's part of the reason why we're saying body count matters. Fuck you. You guys told us we had to have sex just to keep you interested. And then we found out you were a piece of shit. We had to break up with you because you're lazy or selfish or irresponsible. And you want to make this about body count? How about we make it about you telling us we got to have sex just to get to know you? So this whole body count idea, fuck you. Because this is on you, not on us. And that's why we are now using a no kissing for 3 months dating rule, because under no condition should we commit to one of these before we know they're one of these, right?
I understand. Is that book on Amazon? I would actually like to purchase that book.
This is on Amazon, and I also have a dating book for men, which also teaches the methodology that I teach women, which is observation before selection, so that you pick the right person instead of making a mistake.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Chantal, for your time and for your wisdom as well. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. I could go. That was just one point, my love. I have time if you have time, if you want to like go deeper into this.
Yes. So, with regards to data gathering, what things, from your perspective, should men look out for a suitable partner?
A generous long-term thinker instead of a selfish short-term thinker that matches your self-definition. My number one relationship rule is it's not fair to ask for anything you're not willing to do first. So it's not fair to ask for good communication if you're not a good communicator. It's not fair to ask for financial responsibility from your partner if you're not financially responsible. So we're looking for a generous long-term thinker, somebody who says, I want to be generous with all the qualities that I have and apply them to my partner for the long term, instead of a selfish short-term thinker, somebody who says, I don't want to really apply myself to you. I'm just here to get what I need from you.
Interesting. What else is How would you deal with an individual who has trauma, but you are trying to be there for that individual?
As a relationship or as a friend?
Relationship.
We do not take on people who are not effectively dealing with their own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Because I and the people that I teach, we all take responsibility for our own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. And we're not going to be with somebody who chooses negative behaviors but doesn't take accountability for that.
Okay.
So I, not to say that we're rejecting people that are going through things. You can be going through things, but you are meditating, you are eating well, you're taking your vitamins, you're going for walks, you're doing your journaling, you're redirecting your mind. And so you're going through things, but you are effectively taking responsibility for yourself instead of going through things and getting into angry states and then vomiting dysfunction and anger into your relationship and then saying to your partner, you have to deal with this. That's not fair.
I understand that. Thank you for the clarification. And my last question. When it comes to first dates, I don't mind paying for the full thing because I am inviting that individual out on a date. But would you recommend like restaurants, coffee? Like, what would you recommend?
So when I teach people, because the dating methodology is no kissing, no sex, no sleepovers, no exclusivity for minimum 3 months. And that's the corporate model of not giving benefits to people you should fire because they're not actually fit for the position. They lied on the resume, they lied at the interview, they said, I'm everything you want, give me everything I'm looking for. And we say, no. We'll give you time to show us if you're truthful about yourself and you actually do have work ethic and you are consistent and you are honest about yourself and you're not compatible with bosses and coworkers, you fit well into the organization. We're going to give you time to see your patterns beyond the facade to see if we want to keep you. And if we're going to keep you, then we give you the medical and dental benefits that keep you interested. In other words, kissing, sex, and exclusivity. So the first 2 dates, the way I teach you, are a vibe check. So that means they are short, sweet, and inexpensive because the only thing you're asking yourself in the first 2 is, do I want to see them again? Are they good enough? Are they kind enough, generous enough, attractive enough, funny enough, interesting enough? Do we have enough commonality for me to feel like, okay, let's do this again? And if we have two good vibe checks, then we can escalate into a higher commitment of time and money. So I recommend that the first two be a beverage and a walk. So you meet at a cute place in a cute neighborhood that's interesting to walk around in, a smoothie shop, a coffee shop, bubble tea, whatever. And you meet there and pay for her, like show your generosity. But if she says, I never want to see you again, sorry, not for me, then your $4 and her $4 came out to $8 on you. And that's all you paid to hear, thanks, but no thanks. So that is what I recommend. Is the first two are a vibe check. So short on time and short on money.
Excellent. Chantal, thank you so much. You've been a great help. And I really appreciate your wisdom. I will take it on board, and also I will buy your books as well, because you've came across as an extremely informative individual. And again, I am extremely thankful for your knowledge. So thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day.
I appreciate my love. Come back anytime, okay?
I will do. And I'll drop you a follow as well.
I'll follow you back, lovely.
All right. Bye now.
Bye, Kelvin. I can send shops. I can. All right, David, give me the title of the peer-reviewed study, website the study's on, page number, paragraph number, not a single word. Until you do that, David, if you say one word other than title of the peer-reviewed study, website is on, page number, paragraph number, I'll remove you from lying, fear-mongering, and disinformation. Hi, Kat, how are you?
I'm good. I think body count does matter. Because, if multiple men bust a nut inside of one woman, it's kind of disgusting.
Oh, you're kind of disgusting. Didn't your mother ever teach you how to
Johnson, you
speak
look
to?
ugly as fuck, my nigga. You look ugly as shit.
So
Oh,
everybody notice how the males who say body count matters are verbally abusive. Everybody notice how dysfunctional they are. Everybody notice that they don't like women enjoying their own bodies, which means if you ever get behind closed doors with them, it's not going to be good for you. So this is why I hold this platform. This is why I have this side, because I want you to understand what you're going to deal with when you come across somebody who doesn't like your autonomy. He finds you disgusting. He doesn't like that you enjoyed sex because he would never be pleasurable. In fact, he doesn't like women at all. He looks at a female, automatically thinks about male genitalia, is disgusted with his own thoughts because he came from a background that said, you like boys, that's bad. You're not allowed to like boys when you're a boy. So he's disgusted with himself when he looks at a female because automatically he thinks of male genitalia. Ladies, keep in mind, every single one of the ones who say body count matters are controlling, insecure, stuck in the past, or PP obsessed.
David, we're still waiting for the name of the study and the website.
Oh, I blocked him.
Oh,
Hello,
good.
good morning.
Hi, Bree. How are you?
I'm doing great. I just wanted to come in and just kind of give you an update and everything since this has been a long journey. But as of now, my business is going really good. I'm looking at other things that I'm being offered at the moment. I've just have so many doors and opportunities opening. And I am set to inherit a 3-bed, 2-bath house on over 20 acres. Since I've been kind of getting myself together and doing that.
Look at
So,
you.
yes,
My
ma'am.
when you take care of yourself, the universe aligns. Bree, would you agree? When you take care of yourself, the universe aligns and it starts dishing you everything you want, everything you need.
Yes, 100%. Especially when you follow your ideology and you practice everything that you teach. It has just been great. And like everything's just coming together. for my empire. And it's more than I could have ever imagined. It's more than I could have ever hoped for. And oh my gosh, I can't thank you enough. And I
I
always
am
tell myself I have to
so
come in and give you an update, because this has been a
I
long
love
journey.
this.
And I'm quick to tell anybody, like I'm telling you, Shanta, hi, you need to go if you're dealing with this, if you're going to that. I've told cousins, friends, anybody that can tell you, like, you need to go because it's so empowering. And I'm telling you, it just opens your eyes, opens you up to a different perspective, and it just helps you so much.
Bree, are you doing a lot of yes, goodness, thank you, I accept you? Yes, goodness, thank you, I accept you.
Yes, ma'am. Every day, every morning.
I love this. I love this. Never stop. Keep that gratitude, that morning gratitude, opening up in the morning. Oh my God, this is so amazing. Yes, thank you. I accept this. I accepted this. You are creating this massive container, so able to take more goodness and more goodness. This is the practice that keeps it coming. I've been doing this for 10 years. I know when people are not meditating because things go downhill. I know when people are meditating, practicing the gratitude like you are every morning because things are going uphill. It is one direction. We don't do this, my love. We are always moving. We do not stay still. So this gratitude that you're doing, this loving acceptance of the goodness that you have, keep it up.
Yes, ma'am. And that's the biggest thing about it because, growing up around people who have always been in a like struggle mentality or make it, they're like, oh, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do that. And because I align, because I'm thankful, because I'm just like, I just accept everything. People are actually coming to me. People are actually finding me. It's not me having to go out and just like be like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? It's like I stay aligned and it's just just coming to me. Like I can't even explain it. But
You don't need to.
give you an update.
Thank you. I
Oh,
appreciate these updates
no
so much,
problem.
my love.
No problem. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, I'm so grateful for you. That's my son. I apologize.
Hi, baby.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, my love. I love what you're doing for yourself and for your family. Well done.
Thank you so much. I mean, I'm just so grateful for you. There's not enough words that I could say. There's nothing I could do to just even continue or just show you a little how much I appreciate you, your message, your platforms, and your books.
You're doing the best thing for me, in my opinion, by telling other people.
Thank you. Thank you again. But you can drop me again. Just thank you so much.
Thank you, my love. We'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Wonderful. Don't we love this? All right, MD says, let people decide for themselves. They have, my love, just like you decided for yourself to stop in here. Nobody got forced into the space. Everybody's here of their own volition. Why you're you here attempting to tell the people who decided for themselves to be here, why are you here trying to tell them that they should go somewhere else? In a backhanded way, right? It sounds like you're a gaslighter. It sounds like you're a manipulator. It sounds like you don't like the people who do decide for themselves to follow my methodology because my methodology has of eliminating losers. Is there a reason why you're here trying to convince women to pick a loser, right? We're deciding for ourselves. So if you don't like the people that are here deciding for themselves, how about you decide for yourself to move on somewhere else? We are also deciding for ourselves that body count doesn't matter. That's why we block people who think body count does matter, because they're not going to decide for us what matters. We decide for ourselves what matters. We're not trying to change the people who say body count matters. We delete them because we decided for ourselves it doesn't matter. So those people are not compatible with us. So we remove them. Yeah, refuse to date people with body counts. This guy came in on another account because he can't stop trolling. Block, delete, adios. We distance ourselves from them. Of course we do. Listen, why would we not? I don't want somebody controlling, insecure, stuck in the past, PP obsessed, but you think I shouldn't distance myself from them? Why? Because I'm a female, so I should always allow toxicity? I'm a female, I don't get to pick who's in my environment. If a male wants to be here, I gotta let him. I can't just block him and distance myself. We block and delete them for not being what we want. We have preferences. So why do we need to pay any attention to people who don't meet our preferences? We've decided what we want. We eliminate what we don't. We don't care who it matters to. We block and delete them. You want an opinion that you control me before you met me? That sounds delusional. I didn't write delusional, so I block and delete delusional people. Forcing the idea? How are we forcing it? Nobody here went and fetched anybody who's here. The people who are here came here because they want to. There was no fetching. The world is a mess because of losers attempting to convince other people they don't have bodily autonomy. What are we doing with those losers? We're letting them die off. It's called natural selection. I call it fizzle. We don't pay any attention to them. As soon as we come across them, we just block and delete, give them the void. No time, no attention, no energy, no nothing from us. So enjoy no visitors in the nursing home. Enjoy your no visitors in the hospital. Enjoy nobody calling 911 when you have a massive heart attack in your home because there's nobody around. Enjoy your fizzle. What about religion? You mean mental illness? Let me switch up the word religion with delusional. I'm religious enough to think I controlled other people's bodies before I met them, and I can make up rules for them to follow when it comes to their sexuality. I'm religious enough to think that. I'm delusional enough to think that I can tell other people what to do with their bodies and I control their sexuality. Do you see the difference? There's none. Religion, when there's a concept of control, is called mental illness.
I think there's so many single mothers because the males are not taking accountability for the children they're bringing into this world, right?
You
There
know what's
wouldn't be single
responsible?
mothers, even if they weren't in a relationship with the mother, it would still just be co-parenting. A single mother is raising that child by herself because the male is not taking accountability.
Yeah.
You guys are you're neglecting the big factor here for why they're single mothers.
Oh,
And yes, women can pick better. Women are taking accountability to pick better, and that's what Chantel is teaching women.
So the one factor that is responsible for every single mom is the male who's not looking after his own sperm. So how are we going to fix that, Harlem? I got the fix. We're going to put this into law, Harlem. When us females get into power, we're going to fix the problem of single moms. You know what we're going to do? We're going to mandate that every 13-year-old boy gets a vasectomy that's reversible when a woman chooses him as a baby daddy. When a female chooses a male to make a baby, we'll reverse that vasectomy and we will fix the problem of single moms forever. Okay, Harlem? I'm pretty sure you're going to be on board with that because I know you got a problem with single moms. So I'm very sure you're going to be on board with the solution, which is fixing the problem of male sperm that is not being controlled.
Hey Holler says kind of hard 6 days a week at work, but women are doing it. The single moms are doing it. You think that they're just sitting around not working? They still have to work. What are you talking about? If women can do it, men can do it too.
Kids are lost because the dads aren't there. Where did the dads go? How come the dads aren't parenting their children? You want to blame females for the problem you males started, right? Because you take zero accountability for your own sperm because accountability to people like you is kryptonite, right? We know. That's why we block and delete people like you. I'm tired of you now. Everybody go see Harlan for the block, delete, cleanse, remove. Everybody go watch for the satisfaction. Block, delete, cleanse, remove. We have no time for these losers. We have no time to read their words. Why would we bother? Do you know what we have time for? We have time for our goals. We have time for our ambition. We have time for our work ethic and financial responsibility. We have time for our friends and community. We have time for the people that are worth our time. But losers stuck in their own drama and dysfunction, oh no, we just block and delete those ones. Why would we waste our eyeballs on their words? There's no reason to. Why do we let their words come into our brains like stinking garbage? There's no reason to. We just block and delete them.
Don't you have a kid? Aren't you a working father? And you have a kid and you still are there for them? Or am I mistaken? I'm pretty sure Dreadzone is a father and still works and still is there for his kid as well.
Yeah. Unlike these zero accountability losers. I mean, it's great that we're taking the time to recognize these zero accountability losers so that we can block and delete them. You know, use natural selection so that they die off. And then there's no more of their DNA in the system polluting our population with their laziness. Yeah, for these guys, accountability is pure kryptonite. Oh, I'm not going to take responsibility for my imagination and emotions. Accountability is kryptonite. I blame females for everything I think and feel. Right? So funny. Leo. Body count matters, especially for women. That's right, Leo. Keep saying that so we can block and delete you. We love getting rid of you people. Right? Age matters for body count. Why is it that you're all about anything below the belly button but nothing above, right? Does character matter? Does consistency matter? Does work ethic matter? Does responsibility matter? No, none of those come out of your mouth, probably because you're lacking every single one, but you're trying to turn your rejections into a flex. I got a low body count, so obviously I'm high value because I'm so rejected. It doesn't work here. We're too smart for you. We don't look at your body count. We don't care how many people you didn't do. We look at your character and we go, oh, look at this guy lacking communication skills, doesn't listen to anything. Look at this guy lacking an open mind. Do you think she knows everything already? Ain't nothing going to get in there. Look at this guy lacking the ability to understand anything. It seems like your indoctrination removed your critical thinking. And in addition to that, what makes you the cherry on the sundae of assholes is your lack of respect for women's autonomy. So why would we bother with you? We don't. We remove you from our site as soon as we find out what kind of person you are, because you don't deserve any of our time or energy. If a woman sleeps, blah, blah, blah. I don't need to read a single word more, because all you're speaking is delusion and dysfunction. All you're saying is assumptions. And do you know what that is? That's a belief without evidence. Do you know what that makes you when you believe things without evidence? It makes you stupid. Go on, Ripple.
I was just gonna say, Leo, it just you're digging a hole you're not gonna be able to get out of, my guy. He says, I would rather see my son in jail than see my daughter in the club. What?
We don't care
That
what you
is
think.
actually insane.
We literally don't care what you think because you are literally irrelevant. Irrelevant. Hi, Luke.
Hey. I
Not James.
You're muted. You have to unmute your mic.
I think the body count does matter. In girls for guys. I think.
In the middle of my...
Sorry, someone keeps muting me.
I'm sorry.
Got, can whoever's doing that just stop, please? Luke, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I think it does because, from the perspective of a man, you can have better pair bonding and emotional.
Pair bonding. Well, so that's a science, okay? So I'm not going to believe anybody who poops in their hand and then presents a pile of poop and goes, this is science. The only way for me to believe is science is if you show me where you read this science.
Oh, okay.
So for me to believe what you just said there, I need title of the peer-reviewed study, the website you found it on, page number, and paragraph number. Are you able to provide that?
No, it's subjective.
Okay, well, no, not subjective, my love. Body count does not matter to the people who practice logic and stick to facts. Would you like to hear my 3 facts or why it doesn't matter?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay, now just to be clear, a fact is something like this. Would you agree this is a bell?
Sure, yeah.
So a fact is something that is outside of you and I, that is readily agreed upon on site because it is so obvious. Okay, we're on the same page?
Cool, yeah.
Okay, so here's my first fact. If a woman was looking for a long-term partner and she wanted all of these qualities no less because she defined herself to know what she deserves and she won't settle,
Yep, very good.
does she need to observe someone's behavior over time to see if they have all of these qualities? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes. Number 2, if a man was looking for a long-term relationship, wanting a woman with all of these qualities, would he need to observe someone over time to see if she is this person? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Number 3, if somebody wants to know if the other person has an STD or STI, do they need to ask the person to go to the doctor, get tested, get the results, and show the results? Yes or no?
Probably. I mean, to say it's a fact, yeah, sure.
A fact, yeah. So the people who practice logic and stick to facts don't ask for a number. They ask for testing to find out if there's an STD, STI that they might catch. And they do observation for minimum 3 months to see if the person has all the qualities they want. Now, let's take this a little bit further. Is it possible somebody could sleep with one person one time, have an STD or STI?
I suppose, yeah.
That's a possibility. So if I ask somebody what their body count is and they say 1, do I have the facts about their STD test results?
No, and I'm not arguing that I'm not arguing about the whole thing being about
Okay,
STIs.
so I just want to point out, though, it's not subjective to the people who practice logic and stick to facts. Those people stick to facts. That's not subjective, that's factual. So factual people don't ask for a number because the number doesn't provide a fact. They ask for testing to get the facts. And
Awesome, yeah, I agree. I agree. I'm not.
In terms of finding out if somebody's compatible, is it possible that somebody could have a low body count or a 0 body count and not have all of these qualities?
I am agreeing with you, and I'm not
Yes.
arguing that
So
STIs
a
is.
person who
Can I make a point, please?
logic, a person who practices logic and stick to facts never asks for a number, because no matter what number you tell, I don't know if you're who I want, and I don't know if you're safe.
I agree. I agree 100% with what you're saying. But
So do you agree that the word subjective does not apply here?
body count. The fact that body count doesn't matter is subjective. Yes, of course. Can I?
No. Body count only matters to the people who do not practice logic and stick to facts.
Okay. Can
It's not subjective,
can I make
my
a
love.
point, please? Okay.
You've decided to pick a reason why it matters
Not
to
religious,
you. Logical people decided to stick to facts.
Cool. Okay. So you asking for facts? So the Institute for Family Studies in 2000.
That is not
A blog post.
Listen, Luke, I want you to do a little something here. That thing that you're referenced, Institute of Family Studies, I want you to click on that link. I want you to take a look at the address bar in that link. Can you do that right now?
Let me look it up. So look at the what address bar?
Look at the address bar in the browser. You understand that language?
No, I don't.
Okay. So when you're looking at a website, do you see this part down here at the bottom?
Yep.
That's the address in the browser. I want you to click on that so you can see the entire thing. Do you see how it highlights and shows you all of it?
Yeah.
I want you to look at the entire thing because you're going to find the word blog in there. So what you're looking at is a blog post on a religious website. It is not a peer-reviewed study.
Okay, I can go to another study if you want, though.
I need a peer-reviewed study, not a blog post on a religious website. Obviously, I don't believe religion.
I don't believe in religion either.
Well, then why are you looking at religious websites trying to get evidence about body count audits? It seems very. I'm talking. It seems very disingenuous that you pretend you don't subscribe to religion. You pretend you subscribe to science, but you're trying to provide science from a blog post on a religious website. It seems very disingenuous on your part.
Okay, just because someone's religious doesn't mean
Listen,
they're
I'm
wrong.
not here to hear you flounder and argue. I'm here for people who have actual facts or science, not somebody desperately grasping at straws to try to find a reason to back up their dysfunction. Sin shops. Hi, Teal. Teal, you should have seen it when I told my friend that you got your name from Stargate One. He was very excited about that. You were a conversation, my love. Yeah, Leo, women should always ask for a background check when they have children. And if a male is willing to provide a background check, she should drop him. Oh, then the body count. So Leo thinks that a woman asking for a background check is the same thing as a dude asking how many consensual sexual partners we had before him. So ladies, don't forget, just instantly block and delete the guy who asked what your body count is, because he's showing you that he made up rules for you to follow before he met you, because he's looking for a parent-child dynamic. He's looking for the woman who's going to act like a child and let him be the parent by answering the question about whether or not she followed his rules, so he can react to whether or not she followed his rules. I'm 18. I'm going to go block and delete on this. Block, delete, cleanse, remove. I'm bored by that person now. People can dislike you regardless of the reason. You don't decide for people. Yeah, you don't decide for us who we block and delete. We decide to instantly block and delete anybody who asks, what's your body count? Because I need to know. Oh, you need to shove me aside to hear about other dudes? Mr. Ran Through? Go ahead and run through me to your dude fantasies. We're not going to stop you. Good morning, Troy. Oh, he'll ask. They will allude to it in some way, shape, or form, and the moment they do, we block and delete. Reject us, please. Absolutely. Save us the time. Save us the time. Block and delete us so that we don't have to deal with you. But if you're not going to do us the favor of doing it first, then we'll do what your mommy did, which is do the work for you because you're too lazy and selfish. He's mad. Okay, so here comes the block and delete for this angry little boy. Block, delete, cleanse, remove. Did you see that? Did you see how I got rid of the little boy protesting that we're not interested in him? Did you see the little boy having emotions that we don't care, for controlling, insecure, stuck in the past, PP obsessed losers? Did you see how he had fifis about that he was projecting? Block, delete, cleanse, remove. Baby, rage bait. Oh, goodness. I didn't put up a sign that said you never control me, you never will, to enrage losers, but apparently losers are enraged when women say they own their own autonomy and these loser males will never take it away from them. Okay, he says it turns him on. Oh, look at the little baby boy. Everybody see him for the block and delete. Block, delete, cleanse, remove. Turning you on is your mommy's job, apparently. Goodbye. We're in denial, eh? Epidemic of male loneliness, 4B movement, high divorce rate led by women, because these males think accountability is kryptonite to them. They're in full denial of us being in power and removing them, right? How many times have you been blocked now? How many times have you been blocked by my ladies? You males are in denial at what's coming, fizzle, fizzle. Dying by yourself, fizzle, fizzle. No visitors in nursing homes, fizzle, fizzle. Nobody wants to come see you in the hospital when you get sick because nobody wants to be around you because you're too toxic, fizzle, fizzle. So enjoy your loneliness. Enjoy your block and deletes. Right? You can't handle the truth that women are not picking up losers anymore. Listen, women are deciding to not even date. Oh, block you? Oh, I love it when you guys say that, because then what I do is I mute you and I let you suffer in silence. Cry harder. Cry to your mommy. Oh, look at this guy, 30 count. Not even going to read all your words because there's no point. I don't pollute, block, delete, cleanse, remove, right? My Bugatti's red. Afternoon, Lex. Hello, sir.
Kat, you've come here on 3 accounts crying. Who's crying? You, my boy.
Yeah. It just shows their desperation to get female attention as they say, oh, we're just going to remove you. Well, why haven't you? Why haven't you blocked us? Oh, because you're desperate for female attention. Watch Kat come back and show his desperation again. All right, Kat? Watch him come back and show his desperation for female attention. Luke is now in your messages because he's desperate for female attention. We don't want women with high body counts, but we're desperate for your attention. We're desperately looking for more of your attention. We don't want high body counts, but we're desperate to have you talk to us. We're desperate to have you give us any kind of attention, but we don't want women with high body counts, but we're desperately showing up on your live streams and desperately talking to you because we're desperate for your attention, but we don't want women with high body counts. You're such liars. You're so full of crap. I'm so glad I'm here teaching women to use a no kissing for 3 months dating rule. These little boys are so mad that they're not getting our attention anymore. So what do? They come on my live stream to try to get you to pay any attention to them. Look at them, the little baby boys, right? Watch this guy. Oh, see, we just take away your little voice, right? Do you know why? Because you're a baby crying on a plane. You're a baby crying on a plane. And we're like, man, that's annoying. But you know what we can do here that we can't do on the plane? Stifle you. We can stifle you because we got the power and you got none. You got zero. You guys try to get me taken down all the time and it doesn't work. Do you know why? Because you got no power. Zero. Hey, the couch cushion is waiting for you. Couch cushion is waiting for you. Couch cushion remembers the last time you hopped on. The couch cushion is waiting for you because that's the only thing that says yes, right? A lot of people, a health hazard. Look at this guy. He's got armpit chlamydia. Did you see that? He's got armpit chlamydia. The people who don't get tested just ask for a number. They got armpit chlamydia, ladies. Watch out for these boys with their armpit chlamydia. They're the ones asking what your body count is because they don't get tested. They just believe their own stories. Watch out. Watch out. Baby. So desperate. Ladies. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, little boys, for controlling yourself. Thank you, little boys, for stopping your little immature vomits in my comment section. Thank you, little boys, for taking the time to actually listen instead of deflecting. Thank you. We appreciate it. We like the peace when you start taking accountability for yourself. We really do. It makes you more attractive. Maybe you'll start getting some sex one day because you do start taking responsibility for your own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors instead of having tantrums on the internet. You can believe whatever you want. We get rid of the people who are not what we want. No harm, no foul. Don't worry about us. We know what our selection is. Don't worry about us. We know what our preferences are. Don't worry about us. We will get rid of the wrong people. We did not write controlling, insecure, stuck in the past, PP obsessed. So don't worry about us. We'll get rid of those ones, okay? Look at this guy. No accountability, right? Ladies, all you have to do to find out he's a piece of shit is just let him talk. All you have to do to find out he's a piece of shit is use my methodology. No kissing, no sex, no sleepovers, no exclusivity, minimum 3 months. Hello, Mr. Mike. Body count doesn't matter. Who you did is not who you are. When you're ready for a long-term relationship, you just get rid of those losers. You have all the fun you want, and when you're ready to pick your man, you just get rid of these guys, these no accountability guys, these lack of responsibility guys, these delusional, dysfunctional, mentally ill guys. Because we didn't say I'm looking for a guy who doesn't take responsibility for his thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, who's insecure, controlling, stuck in the past, and PP obsessed. I want a man standing confidently in my present, not some guy who runs through me to his male fantasies because as soon as he looks at a female, he thinks about male genitalia. That ran through guy, he can keep running. We don't stop him. We let him run through us straight to the boys he wants to be with. Go ahead, Mr. Ran Through. Go think about those boys more than me. That's on you. Emily. Hello, Joe. Hi.
Hey, hey, hey.
The fuck?
Red Zone said immediately no. Hello, my love. My mods are very protective, and sometimes they don't get good vibes from people if they feel that people don't start right. They're looking for a certain.
You're a rip already, you know.
There you go. Look at you.
Pussy looks
100% of
disgusting.
these losers, 100% of these losers are abusive. Don't forget, 100% of these losers who say body count matters are abusive. So if you don't want anybody abusive, make sure you instantly block and delete anybody who asks you what your body count is. Get rid of that boy. Get rid of that guy. Get rid of that loser. Get rid of these mad little incels, right? Mad little incels getting rejected left, right, and center. Get rid of them, ladies. They're so angry. Listen to their tone. Look at their comments here. Look at how mad they are. Mad that they got no power. Mad that they couldn't control you before they met you. Mad that we look at their entitlement and we go, no, 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 no. You don't get to kiss me before I figured out what you are. I get rid of these ones. I don't kiss these ones. They're so mad, ladies. Look at them. Listen to them when they come up here, how angry they are. And all this sign says is you never control me and you never will. Oh, and they lose it. They get all emotional. They got all verbally abusive like the big little baby boys they are because their mommy didn't train them right. Their daddy didn't stick around. They got mommy and daddy issues, right? And they think it's going to be your problem to deal with. No, 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 no. You block and delete these little boys who need therapy. Just block and delete them, ladies. Just look at them. See them in the comments? Do you see what's in their head? Do you see how they think? You think that's the one you want to commit to? Of course not, ladies. That's the one you block and delete. They lost the plot, ladies. They forgot they were supposed to show you they're amazing. They think you're going to pick a loser. No, it's called a high divorce rate led by women because we're done picking losers. In fact, the women who did pick losers are divorcing them. And the new women that are going to pick their next relationship are weeding out losers. And you're so mad, and that's why you're here. That's why you're here, because you're getting blocked. You're getting blocked left, right, and center. You start opening your mouth, and women go, oh, not that one. You go to kiss her, and she goes, no, you can't kiss me till I figure you out. And then she figures you out, and she blocks you, and you're so mad. Emily. And you're so mad, projecting your fifis, showing us your dysfunction, selling my books every single time one of you comes up here being so dysfunctional and abusive. I go, do you see, ladies, what you're going to get rid of when you use my methodology? Look at this guy. It says my favorite scammer because I teach you what? Observation before selection. I teach you to say, show me who you are because I don't commit to one of these. And he calls me a scammer because I teach you to get him to show you what he is. No kissing, no sex, no sleepovers, no exclusivity, minimum 3 months means no kisses, no sex, no sleepovers, no exclusivity for this guy. And he calls me a scammer for teaching you this. Is it because that's the guy who's trying to scam you with the biggest scam in dating, which is a kiss on your lips before you know who they are? Is that why he's here calling me a scammer? Because I teach you to not fall for the scam, which is kissing you before identification, asking for commitment before identification, sex before identification. No, this guy wants you to give it all to him before you've identified who he is. And he calls me the scammer. Now, I don't need to look at anything he says. He's talking to you. He's talking to you, my audience. You get to play with him like a cat with a ball of yarn for as long as you want, and you just get rid of that loser whenever you want to, because that's what I empower you to do. I empower you to say, whoa, 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 you don't get what you want when you want it. I get rid of losers. I get rid of them. So listen, ladies, I've already identified a loser, and I've already stopped wasting my time on that loser. So he gets to stay and play till my mods get tired. And in the meantime, you get to look at what a loser says when you don't occupy their mouths with your kisses. You get to find out what a loser's thinking that he's not saying out loud because he's trying to get in your pants. They're really mad at me, ladies, and do you know why? Because I teach you to not pick a loser. It's that easy to get rid of a loser. All you have to do is not occupy their mouths with your kisses. All you have to do is say, show me who you are first. Now, what's going to happen? Shelters are going to get empty, right? Because you're not picking up losers anymore, meaning losers are by themselves. All by themselves, and they're getting lonely. So what are they going to do, ladies? They got to go to the shelter and go get a cat. So the shelters are going to be empty. So good on you, my ladies, for doing the world a favor and rescuing more animals from the shelters just by rejecting these losers. Amazing. What a good job. What a good job, ladies. I'm proud of you.
are done sponsoring losers and bums, you guys can go back to the arms of the angels and leave us women alone.
I don't know, Cam. Why were you? Tell me why. Tell me why you were muted. Kissing you without consent is SA.
This Oh, you gentle parented in the way you just said it to him. You definitely held his hand when you said that.
Let's go, ladies. Being annoying. Cam, don't be annoying. Always a woman, right? So this guy says always a woman with high numbers. So what did he show us? He showed us that he makes assumptions. Assumptions are beliefs without evidence. Who believes things without any evidence? That would be delusional people. That would be mentally ill people. So obviously this person is a block and delete because he makes up stories in his head and just believes them. So ladies, now that you are watching me, are you getting better with your communication skills? In other words, better at identifying liars by picking up on the lies that they tell in their language? Are you getting better at identifying mentally ill people by identifying people who make up stories in their head and believe them? Look at this guy, 100 Women versus accountability. Accountability to what? You're so egotistical. You think the consensual activity we had before we knew you was about you because you're so egotistical. You take accountability for my thoughts and feelings because you don't take accountability for your thoughts and feelings. So women have to carry it for you, right? No, that's your burden. We dropped your burden. We don't take accountability for your thoughts and emotions. That's on you. How come you don't take responsibility? Now he's deflecting menopause in your brain, right? Because what do all of them do, ladies? All of them are demeaning because all of them are abusive. Did you see? Did you see what he did? Switched over to menopause because I showed he wasn't taking accountability for his own thoughts and emotions. So he tries to demean me, tries to become verbally abusive like every single one of them. This is why you instantly block and delete them, because every single one will abuse you. Will abuse you. They're showing you that massive red flag of abuse. They're showing you when they ask, what's your body count? If you keep them around, they will abuse you.
Support women going through menopause 100,000%. I think all women should put a pause on men immediately and expeditiously. Put a pause on men. Your life will improve. The quality of your life will improve.
Cam, I don't say boy, I say guy. If you're not able to read a word without changing it in your head to something else, maybe you need to improve your reading comprehension skills. Guys, if you don't like the language that I use, go make yourself comfortable somewhere else because I didn't start this platform for you. Your ego is turning me off. I'm about to lose patience with you because you thought you were going to come into my classroom and tone police the teacher. The teacher doesn't accept your tone policing. You're going to tell me you're not a guy? I disagree at this point because what I'm not seeing is 12 out of 12 behavior. So don't tell me you're not a guy. We will judge for ourselves because we have a criteria to understand if you're a man or a guy. I don't care. Nobody asked. So listen, I'm not gonna watch you anymore. I'm really not going to. You can go somewhere else to be more comfortable, or you can stay here and learn the lessons that I teach. But I'm not interested in your words at this point. Oh, this guy's enraged because he never controlled us and he never will. Well, ladies, does he look dysfunctional? Hands up in the comment section if you think males that are enraged at not being able to control you before they met you are too dysfunctional for you to talk to. Put your hands up in the comment section if you will block those dysfunctional people. Ripple says gone. Dread gone. Cat gone. 1 month, 2 years. Oh, Wendy gone. Teal gone. Krista surfing gone. Mare gone. We don't care for those dysfunctional people. Doggos, Dondra, Tony, Carla, gone. Rach, gone. We just remove you. Bye, Chris. That's right. Liz, this boy is sitting with their regrets and their slimy socks, right? Do you have any regrets when you're doing your couch cushions? Any regrets at your attitude? Women don't want you. They keep rejecting you. Any regrets that you are the way you are? You can change, you know. Everybody see this guy for the block, delete, cleanse, remove. Bye-bye, loser. Love that eyeshadow. So cool. Bye, loser. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, Dread said no. Dread said no. No way, Jose. Was that somebody that you had already muted? Is that what that was? Look at this. We got another cat in here. All right. Do you think you only had 3 accounts? Do you think he only had 3 accounts? If he's smart, he's being quiet on his 4th one, right? Oh, look at these expired males, right? Their little swimmers not going anywhere. Their little swimmers are expired. Nobody wants their little swimmers because they're too expired.
Wine. What the fuck are they talking about?
Oh, I know me. There's nothing they can say to me that makes me feel bad about anything.
I know. I know.
Do you know? Listen. There's an ant. There's an ant on my wall outside having thoughts about me. Do you think I care? Like, honestly, do you think I care? Squeeze. This is another one. Squeeze. That's how big these boys are to me. Squeeze. All it takes is my thumb. Not even this. Look at this. Look at the size of my thumb versus the size, and that squeeze. That's how big they are to me. That's all they are. It's just, oh, there's another ant. Squeeze. But please, keep saying your words so I can keep pointing to you and going, do you see, ladies? Do you see? Get my book, ladies. Get rid of these losers. Don't let them in your house. No kissing, no sex, no sleepovers, no exclusivity. Minimum 3 months means you're going to identify them because they can't control themselves, right? They can't control their abusive tendencies. They can't control their dysfunctional thoughts ripping out of their mouths like a fart. They can't control anything. They're too little. They're like little toddlers. Just don't occupy their mouths with your kisses and you'll get rid of these ones so fast, ladies. Don't let them kiss you. Get rid of them. I crush your head. Squish. That's all they are. Squish. Oh, here's another one. Squish. You see them. Squish. Right here in the comment section. Right? Why avoid men during menopause? We're not avoiding anybody during anything. These guys are just losers yapping, losering words. That's it. They have nothing intelligent to say, so they just vomit stupidity. Oh! Cam, little friendship necklace. Cute. Cute. Squish. Another one. Squish. I must have missed the joke. Dandra, thank you, my love. I'm kind of liking the pale lip look right now with this. I think we're gonna go for something like that. Oh, okay. Why am I shopping? Did I go on Tarte and buy like $100 worth of lip gloss? Yeah, I did. I did. Did I buy two of some of them? Yes, because it's actually a really great little lip gloss. It's a great little lip gloss. I bought some more like this, but in more pinky colors because I think I'm really starting to get into this color cycle, like I'm a light summer kind of thing. Buxom, hands down favorite, Tarte lip stuff. The best gloss, yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So that's on its way. Also, I bought something for Niagara Falls. Okay, so we know all about, thank you. We know all about the common crystals that we see, right? You go into a crystal shop and they have quartz and they have all the agates. Hello, my love. The citrine. They have all the common stuff. But the universe is tossing these other crystals into my vision. Like I'm scrolling through TikTok and the universe brings me phenakite. Phenakite is the most high vibrating crystal you can actually get. The crystal place, which by the way is warehouse size in my town, that rock shop that is warehouse size, she didn't even know about phenakite. I sent her what it is and she went, oh my God, no wonder you're looking for this. I'm wearing phenakite. Now this latest one that the universe sent me is called kyanite. Has anybody here heard of kyanite? Okay,
One that you manifested in Nicaragua during your meditation.
that was celestite. Celestite. No, never. It's blue and flaky. Yes, Shelster. Yeah. My favorite crystal. Why? Alita, tell us why. They do work. I just grabbed it as soon as I saw it. Chris, Poke, yeah, you saw that too? You found, I have kyanite. Okay. I want to hear what you guys say about it before I talk on it. This is very interesting. Phenakite, Phenacite. I have more crystals than I know what to do with, Nikita. Okay, so I got kyanite and I got 4 colors. I got orange kyanite. I got blue kyanite. I got green kyanite and I got black kyanite. And I bought these because I'm going to be placing them around the room that we're having my event in at Niagara Falls. These crystals are very healing, they're very cleansing, they're very aligning, and they're also powerful when it comes to manifesting things that are good for you, opening up your intuition, and also opening up your creativity. I like it for when I'm looking for a wellspring. I have a blue one, yeah. Align the chakras and help with communication. Yes. But
Are you have a bracelet version of it, or you're just gonna have the stones
I just
of
got
the kyanite?
the kyanite. I got the loose stones. I got a bunch of loose stones in each of the color, and I'm going to be
You,
placing them around the room.
you should look up what happens when you pair it with gold. Any stone, when you pair a certain stone with gold, it's awesome.
Well, that's why I'm wearing gold, my love. My thought, without looking it up, is that gold is a conductor, and it increases the energy of it. Is that?
Yep.
Anything else?
But 100%. So that's exciting.
Yeah. Um, so they're so beautiful they are, right? Because it's like selenite in that it's just it's in sheets. Like the stone is very glistening, like selenite is. They promote balance, yes. So black selenite is a cleanser. Uh, green, let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna look it up because I've just been doing this research on it. Green selenite meaning. Oh, not selenite. Sorry. Not selenite. What am I saying? Kyanite. Thank you. So green kyanite, heart chakra, healing, promoting emotional balance, connecting to nature. There's more of that though. Emotional release, self-awareness, and calming, balancing mind and heart. Then orange, I think is chakra balancing. And creativity. Creativity and emotional balance. So overcoming creative blocks, passion, motivation, right? Like this day, listen, I'm celebrating my last 10 years, but we're also launching into the next 10 years with the morning meditation. So this is why I'm getting these stones, because I really want to do something super powerful with you. And I'm using every element I can to enhance what we are doing. So passion, motivation, emotional harmony, positive thinking, self-confidence, that is the orange one. Let's look at the blue one. That's going to be communication. So greater intuition, greater communication with yourself, greater communication with the universe. Powerful crystal known for its ability to align chakras, enhance communication, promote spiritual growth, emotional healing again, connection to higher realms. So these crystals have come across me and they are perfect for what we are doing. So I purchased them. They're on their way. I'm going to be spreading them around the room to help what it is that we're doing that day. Onyx for protection. So that's what the black kyanite is for. So black, I'm going to Google this for you, but the black is cleansing and protection. Known for protective and grounding properties, often associated with clearing negative energy and promoting spiritual growth. Cut energetic cords, release attachments, helpful for those transitioning. Root chakra governs stability and grounding. Oh, I sent an invitation. Black Onyx Sandy. I sent an invitation by mistake, so just ignore it. We don't care. For the people who value body count, we block and delete them. We don't care for them. We don't care about them. We are indifferent because they're not what we're looking for. And we don't need to focus on people who aren't what we're looking for. Awkward in a small town. Awkward for egotistical people, right? Awkward for people that are stuck in their imagination, not grounded in reality. Yeah, that's called delusion and mental illness. We don't pick up those people. I don't know why this guy is saying blah 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 female nature. I don't think you're in the right place. We don't believe you just because you pooped in your hand and said this is information, right? We don't believe you. You can yap whatever you want, but we just look at you like with squinty eyes, going, you look like a kid in a restaurant sitting in the baby seat with food smeared all over its face and drool running down it, and we're looking at you like gross. Can somebody clean this up? Like that's all that's happening here when we look at your comments. So please stop talking, because we're not here to listen to you. we're not here to be grossed out by what's going on in your head, right? So go somewhere else. I don't consent. Body count matters to losers that are controlling, insecure, stuck in the past, and PP obsessed. Now, of course, women are not looking for losers, right? Women do not write controlling, insecure, stuck in the past, PP obsessed. So women instantly block and delete anybody who thinks body count matters because they have a garbage mentality, and no woman is looking for somebody with a garbage mentality. Yeah, so these males are getting divorced left, right, and center because women are leaving them, and they're really mad about that, right? How dare a woman walk away from a relationship that isn't working for her? She's supposed to stay and suffer, right? Because if you tell women they're supposed to stay and suffer, they'll stay with you. So these guys try to demonize divorce as though it's a bad thing when it's actually women flexing their freedom. Yeah, I flexed my freedom. Are you mad about that, bro? Are you mad I didn't stay with something that wasn't working for me? Are you mad I found a better man? Are you mad I make out with my husband every single day because I divorced the last husband and I found a better husband? Are you mad because you're one of the husbands that got left because you couldn't measure up to what a good man is? So you want to demonize divorce because somebody hurt your fifis? Who hurt you? Hey, who hurt you? Please actually be Adam West. Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Amazing.
Yeah, I think body count matters, but only for women though.
So you're a hypocrite.
Hell, was this who you thought it was?
Yeah, I think I am a hypocrite. You know, I've
It's
been with
okay. No, we don't
I've
care.
been
We
with
don't care.
21
Once we do
women,
the
but
identification, we simply move on. So then we go block, delete, cleanse, remove, because nobody who's smart, right? No smart woman wrote hypocrite, right? Did any smart women write hypocrite on what they're looking for in a long-term relationship? No. So then they just block and delete. Did you see what I just did? I identified a hypocrite. I went, hypocrite's not what I want. And I went block and delete. That's what you do, ladies, just like that. Block and delete. Oh, identification, not what I want. Block and delete. Removal. Just like that. Hi, Mr. Mike. Yeah, we don't care what you think, right? Because women stopped caring about your thoughts. Women stopped caring about your fifis. Women said, go get therapy, but I'm not wasting my time with your thoughts and feelings. I got my own things to look after, like my goals, my ambitions, my well-being, my friends, the fun I'm going to have this weekend when I go to my friend's birthday party / Canada Day celebration. We're all going to wear red and white like we do every year. We're going to give my friend great gifts like we do every year. Actually, my friend Taylor and I have already partnered up to go in together on some gifts for him. I'm going to have a great time with all of my friends this weekend. So why would I focus on some loser having some problem? You know what I mean? There's no reason to do that when I can focus on good men like I'm going to see this weekend. I can focus on good friends like I'm going to see this weekend. But none of these losers that are upset that women prefer wine and cats to a loser that doesn't take responsibility for his own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors like a loser, right? Because who doesn't take responsibility for their thoughts, emotions, and behaviors? Isn't that a baby? Isn't that a toddler? Isn't that a human being that's not developed enough yet? So when we meet one of these undeveloped human beings, whatever age they're at, we just block and delete them because women have better things to do than waste their time on undeveloped people. It's that easy. Oh, it's that easy. It's so easy. Ladies, I make it easy, don't I? I make it so easy. What's this? What's this? I'm going to go back a year. I'm going to go back a year to July 2024. Show you exactly what I'm going to do. Exactly what I'm going to do. OG Crew, July 2024. You want to see how much fun I'm going to have? I'm gonna be Kung Fu fighting. Oh, it was fast as lightning. And
Chantal, I just have to say, the way you're handling the misogynist today is like a degree hotter than usual, and I'm here for it.
what am I today? I'm extra what? Extra spicy. Oh,
Extra spicy. I don't know.
that's last Canada Day. That's gonna be this coming weekend, right? So why would I waste any time on these desperate, dysfunctional losers when I can teach women to have as much fun as I do? Right, ladies? Let's have fun. How do we have fun? First of all, we don't let dysfunction distract us from our well-being. Oh, I see dysfunction. Zip. Shut it off. Garbage, immediately gone. Where's my focus going? On my goals, on my ambitions, on some meditation, on taking a walk, admiring the beauty of nature around me, enjoying my wonderful friends and family, having a good time with people who care about me. You know who I don't care about? People who don't care about me. You know who I don't think about? People who don't like me. Do you know who I don't talk to? People who think they can control me. I go, oh, that's funny. You never did, you never will. Ricky, why were you muted on the last live? You tell me. And if you're not going to tell me why you were muted, I'll just go ahead and mute you again, because you'll probably do it again because you got zero accountability. Nothing but positivity? Okay, well, we'll see. So keep it up if that's what you were doing, and you won't be muted. Hello, Will. Oh dear. Will, how are you, Will? Any updates, Mr. Will? We are done mommying these males. That's right, Johanna. We are done mommying them. You have nothing better to do than tell people to block and delete on social media. No, I have better things to do. Block and delete and buy my book. See, I'm not a one-trick pony. It's block and delete and buy my book. Buy my book so that you continue blocking and deleting. Buy my book so that when you meet the right one, you're going to recognize him as you block and delete the losers. Now, AQ, my methodology is let the best man win and block and delete the losers. Do you know who doesn't get upset at what I say? The best man. So it looks like AQ is identifying as the loser who gets the block and delete. Oh goodness, he couldn't control himself, could he? Kenny, he's so annoyed. What do we see with Kenny here? We see a big baby boy. Eh? I put myself somewhere and I'm not happy. Wah. Eh? I pull my pants and I sit in it. And wah. Right? Because he chose to be here and he doesn't like where he is. Looks like he took a poop and he sat in his poop. And then he cried about the poop he's sitting in, which is his poop, by the way, his decision to take the poop, his decision to be here. And then he complains about where he is. Right? What are we supposed to do with big baby boys, ladies? We block and delete the baby boys who complain about the situation they created for themselves. We block and delete them because we're not looking to cradle and soothe the big baby boy. I tied my tubes. We get rid of the baby boys. We're not looking to have them. Ricky, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm amazing.
Good. I guess my question is this an actual topic that men get frustrated over?
Never a man, my love, because men are never controlling, insecure, stuck in the past, or PP obsessed.
Sure.
But some guys, and not all guys are this way, but some guys that are controlling and don't take accountability for their own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors want women to make them feel better without them doing the work to deal with their own imagination and emotions.
Understood.
But
Understood.
it's amazing. Men don't look at a woman and go, enough about you, tell me about the dudes you used to do, right? Men will never do that. Men look at a woman and go, I'm interested in you, tell me about you. So men are confidently standing in the present. Men are very much like this, and they're looking for their match. So they're looking for a woman who also stands confidently in the present, having these qualities, looking for her match.
Understood. All right. Well, that's all I have. I appreciate your time.
Anytime, I love. We love men. I love the men who come here. I get such good feels. Teal, what a wonderful conversation you and I had. I love the men who come and lean. Well, you did. Do you want to come give us an update? I love the men who come here and enjoy this environment, who come and talk to me human to human and actually get help and advice from me. And I love helping them and having them come here and tell me things got better for them. Is it healthy to ask your friends and family to block an ex that's manipulating? Very much, Tamar. Yes, it is healthy for you to ask them to block that person. And if they say, I don't want to, you say, fair enough. You get to do whatever you want to do, but I don't want to hear anything about that person. And I don't want that person seeing my photos through you. So I'm going to have to ensure that they can't do that. But thank you for letting me know that I will need to put that additional protection in place because you're not blocking them. But if you do talk to them or you know anything, any updates about them, I don't want to hear about it because I've decided that that person is no longer involved in my life. And so I've removed them effectively so I don't see them or I don't hear them. And I'd like you to respect that I don't want to see or hear about them. Okay, Tamar? What do you think about that? Okay, Tia. What is the point of being in a relationship? My husband is my best friend. I live with my best friend. And the bonus, because I'm generous with my friends are generous with me. So it's not like generosity is a romantic relationship only experience. This is my inner circle, whether it's romantic or platonic. And with my friends, we also practice a lot of generosity. But the difference between my platonic friends and my romantic husband isn't any of these. All of my inner circle has all of this, but I make out with my husband and I have sex with my husband. I don't do that with my platonic friends. So for me, the I'm not going to say the point, I'm going to say the benefit of being in this relationship is how outstanding of a human my husband is, and I get to enjoy how outstanding he is in a very deep and profound way, in a daily way, pretty much.
Tom, when they asked that question, I said to him, it depends on your goals. And then he said to me, I've never been in one, so I guess I have no goals. That's an exercise in your books, right? Where we write down what our goals are for a long-term relationship and our friendships, right?
Well, not necessarily goals. My goal is to be known as an outstanding dating coach. My goal is to be a good writer, good enough that my people want to read my books and even want more. My intention in my interpersonal relationships is to have a healthy relationship with friendship, respect, shared goals and timelines, appreciation of each other's efforts, ability to communicate and solve things together and make each other laugh. My intention is to have a relationship that has no fighting and no arguing, only love, acceptance, and generosity. So there's a difference.
I guess Yeah, I guess I mean like your shared goals and timelines because some people have different goals and timelines that they have that they want for out of a relationship. Like some people want children, some people want to buy a house and have a homestead, or some people don't. Some people want to travel.
Yeah.
Um, that's the type of stuff though in your book that you would establish. So Tommy, maybe the perfect play would be a good book for you to look into.
Yes. So the perfect play. This is I want to get over any residual pain I'm having over any past breakups or divorce. And moving forward, I want to make sure I pick the right person for the next relationship. And then you would follow that up with fix that shit for men, because you should have the intention of picking the person who loves you more than dysfunction, and have the intention of being a functional partner in that relationship. Tell me. Thank you. Appreciate your help. Anytime. Anytime. I love being helpful. Oh, divorce. Yes, let's do a book walkthrough, because this guy really wants me to show you how wide my experience is. So my name is Chantel Hyde. If you go to Google and ask who is Canada's best dating coach, you will probably see my name. I have 11 books on dating and relationships. I catch you where you are. I lift you up from there. So let's start with a book on divorce, how to heal faster from a divorce or a breakup. Don't forget, a breakup is a divorce without a piece of paper. So ladies, out with the olds. Out with the old. So maybe you're listening to me, realizing you need to break up with the asshole, right? The asshole you're with. How do you know you're with an asshole? You keep calling him an asshole to your friends. You keep turning to your friends saying he's such an asshole. He did it again. So you're realizing, listening to me, you need to get rid of this. So you need to heal faster from the breakup or divorce. So get yourself comeback queen and heal faster from that breakup or divorce, and then use No More Assholes to never pick another loser again. All right, we're done picking losers. And don't forget, No More Assholes is also in Spanish. Now, men who want to heal faster from a breakup or divorce and choose the right long-term partner, your book is the perfect play. Don't forget, I have a free dating book in the link in my bio in honor of all these toxic little boys who come in here day after day. The free book is Fake Love Need Not Apply, How to Identify and Safely Remove Posers, Losers, Scammers, and Predators. So go get that free book, ladies, and give it to your friends as well. Now, these losers are looking for the next generation of uninformed, uneducated, unknowledgeable people, because they're easy to prey on. In other words, your teens. So make sure you get Dating 101 for the teenagers, so they're never preyed on by these predators looking for somebody who doesn't know better than to reject a loser. So make sure you get them Dating 101. Now, when you get into your new relationship, use After the First Kiss. Make your new relationship rock solid from day one. No more pitfalls and self-sabotage. Then you're going to dive into your Fix That Shit books and enhance your communication, conflict resolution, have a zero fight relationship. We got Fix That Shit for women and Fix That Shit for men. Don't forget, abusive people want you to have low self-esteem so they can abuse you, because if you have high self-esteem, you will never put up with abusive people. So if you've ever been abused and you never want to be abused again, make sure you get the Glow Up Journal. This is a 60-day journey of writing and doing that's going to biohack your brain and change your brain structure at an expedited pace, meaning you're going to speed up your ascension into higher self-esteem. I saw Teal got the Glow Up Journal. Say Yes to Goodness, 10 Steps for a Complete Happy You. Oh, this guy is still pooping his pants, because what he did in the past, he's still doing in the future. So ladies, if you don't want a pant pooper, make sure you get rid of that loser, because the past matters and he's still pooping his pants. Say Yes to Goodness, 10 Steps for a Complete Happy You. This is you evolving your happiness in 10 separate areas of your life that are affecting you mentally and emotionally. Custom-made is career coaching. You're going to do two things in this little workbook. You're going to identify your purpose, passion, and talent, and you're going to monetize your purpose, passion, and talent. Speaking of workbooks, I also have these free workbooks with bonus material. Again, paperbacks on Amazon for the No More Assholes workbook, the Fix That Shit for Men workbook, and the Fix That Shit for Women workbook. So make sure you use the buttons in the link in my bio for your paperbacks on Amazon, ebook bundle deals, audiobooks, workbooks. I also am having an event on Niagara Falls on October 25th on the Canadian side. You can join me in person or virtually. Tickets are for sale for that in the link in my bio as well. So make sure you come and get yourself a spot if you're coming in person. I only am having 50 people come to this event. We are down to 18 seats. All about the money. Look at this. Mark doesn't want a woman to make money because he feels inadequate when a woman is successful because Mark is not yet successful. Isn't that interesting? Is that the same guy that was begging to come in? Speaking about facts. Oh, of course women make money. That's a fact, Mark. I make more money than you. That's a fact, Mark. I'm more successful than you. That's a fact, Mark. You are speaking, loser. What an idiot. He's typing words and he doesn't know he's typing words because he's too dumb to know what he does. Look at this lady, this zero accountability male that's so dumb, doesn't even know what the hell he's even doing. I'm writing words, but let me talk. Could you be dumber? Let's see. Let's see. Oh, no.
I'm guessing you don't want him on the panel. He is requesting.
He's too dumb.
Okay.
I need smart people. I mean, he smartened up with that comment. He says, I am better. Thank you. Thank you. I see some IQ. Body count definitely matters to losers that we block and delete. I agree. I concur 100%. 100%. Ladies, hands up in the comment section if you will definitely block a loser who thinks body count matters. Definitely you will block a body count matter loser. Look at this loser. Look, he disappeared, right? Fizzle, fizzle. Because you block them. Fizzle, fizzle. You make them disappear. Fizzle, fizzle. Non-existent. Fizzle, fizzle. Right? Blocked Mark. That's right. Lizzie, Karia, Dondra, Krista, Kitty Cat, Ripple. See? We make them disappear. Non-existent. Sin shops. These guys think they got something. You got nothing. Nothing. Look at this. He looks at a female, thinks of an entire fraternity of males, right? Does he also think about the football team? Eh? This loser looks at a female and instantly thinks of so many males' genitalias. So many. They're delusional. And the purpose of the live is to educate women to not pick losers. Hands up if you've been educated to not pick losers. Can we see some more hands again? Can we see a hand up if you feel you've been educated on how to not pick a loser? Ripple, Kitty Cat, Sin Shops, Tamar. See how purposeful I am? Carla, I got so much purpose. Teal, so much purpose. See, the purpose of the live is functional. Krista, the purpose of the live is to never, ever, ever be in a bad relationship again. Ladies are saying no more bad relationships. Look at this. He's so full of hate. When, look at me crying about where I am. When, I'm a big baby boy. I pooped in my pants and now I'm sitting in the poop going, when, I'm really unhappy with these ladies not picking losers. When, women have autonomy. When, he keeps sitting in his poop. He's smooshing it up in his butt, right? Look at this loser crying over himself.
Say, Mark, you're telling on yourself, my guy, because the only people who would think that it's hateful for women to block losers is a loser.
Yeah. Well, look at him asking again. Asking again like a little baby boy. I want uppies. Please, I want uppies. Give me uppies. You know who else asks me for uppies? My dog does. I guess you're no better than my dog, because my dog also asked for uppies. Kitty cat.
Dog, that's a high standard right there.
My dog is better than you. Yes, Charlie and Guinevere. All right, choose silence, Mark. Be smarter. He's so amazing, Krista. Oh, thank you, Lara.
I love you every day, but today is something special. Like you're giving it extra today, and it's getting me. It's getting me hot and bothered. I'm here for it.
I think my shamanic rituals wore off. Or maybe my shamanic rituals are kicking in. I might be a bigger witch after Nicaragua. No, you know what, Ripple? Honestly, I am a bigger witch after Nicaragua. The notes I was writing myself on Saturday night when I turned my shower. Okay, everybody see mark for the block, delete, cleanse, remove. Everybody watch. Block, delete. We make them non-existent. These annoying little, here's another ant. Squish. Did you see that? We just squished. Who saw the squish? Did you see the squish? Did you see the squish? Another ant. Squish. Right. So my shower on Saturday night became another, I keep losing the word, sweat lodge. Because I turn the hot water on, waiting for it to turn on, and I put on my meditation music, and I suddenly started doing what, like in some, I don't know, my witch came out. My witchy was on, flicked on.
It is. You're even more in your power now. It shows. It is showing.
I actually am, and I've been aware of this since I got home. I've been aware, and I did Saturday night, activated. The witch in me was activated. Seriously, if my husband reads my text messages, he's gonna have me institutionalized, because I activated. I'm right. It's all males until no males, and that's an organization that should be run by men that are teaching men to act right. I'm coming up with billboard names. I am coming up with self-defense classes. I am.
Well, hey, real G's move in silence like lasagna. Hold that. Hold those thoughts. Hold those thoughts in your space. Yeah.
Queen, I need vacation. Is that right, Mike? Are you coming to Niagara Falls? Mr. Mike, are you coming to Niagara Falls? What's this? Absolutely. Squish. Hello, Luke.
Hey, so I was just gonna ask, what's your body count?
So you're looking at me and you want me to tell you about dudes?
No, I'm just saying because it doesn't matter. So what's yours?
No, but that's exactly what you're doing, is you're looking at me and you're saying, I don't want to hear about you. I want to hear about the dudes you did.
Sure.
So I'm not here to cater to your pee-pee obsession. I recommend you go.
Ooh, so it does matter.
Oh, no. I'm not here to cater to males.
Ooh, it does matter.
And want to think about males. So if you want to think about males, you go somewhere else for that, okay? Yeah. So he notice how he kept going, well, it does matter, because he's deflecting from his PP obsession, doesn't want to take accountability for his obsession with males. Hi, what did you want to say?
Yeah, how you doing?
Amazing.
Yeah, so I just wanted to ask, seeing as it doesn't matter, what's your body count?
So here's another male who looks at a female but wants to hear about male genitalia, right? So this is what we call PP obsession. They're not okay until you tell them a story about other males because their religion, their indoctrination, their culture, whatever it is, they said you're a boy and you're not allowed to like boys. So what do? They use women to think about boys in a way that makes them feel safe about their obsession. So when they ask a woman to tell them stories about males and male sex, they can go think about male sex by using a woman as an avenue to feel better. So they run through women to think about boys, and this is what we call a ran through male. So we just had 2 ran through males in a row. We just had 2 males show us at the moment they see a woman, they run through her to go think about males. So ladies, you're not looking for a ran through male, right? You didn't write ran through on your list of what you're looking for. So obviously these males are block and deletes. And those 2 males are probably in the same room looking at each other. Probably not in the eyes, but looking at each other's, right? Because they're into boys and not girls. They're into males and not females. Hi, what did you want to say?
Coach. Hi.
Ireland, hi.
Hi, I'm doing the pro.
Oh, you just cut out, love. Where'd you go? So it is double standard enacted by dysfunctional males. Obviously, you don't want a dysfunctional male, so you just get rid of the dysfunctional males who have that double standard, right? And just get rid of any male who thinks body count matters because they're only going to be abusive. Adrian, what did you want to say? Neither does a guy's hide their job. So notice the gaslighting. Adrian, give me a second here. So this person who says if who you did in the past, it doesn't matter, then you can't pick what you're looking for in the present because he's so delusional, dysfunctional, and mentally ill. He literally does not understand tense. Tenses are how we gauge time, past, present, future, but he's too dumb to understand tenses. So he goes, if I can control who you did in the past, I get to control who you pick in the present. So not only is he too dumb to understand tenses, he's also so controlling, he thinks he can tell you what to do with your own body because he's that mentally ill. So this is what you identify, ladies, when you let them talk. You identify people that are super dumb, you identify people that are mentally ill, and you just go ahead and block and delete them. Adrian, hi.
Oh, so the argument is that someone's past shouldn't matter?
No, we're not arguing with anybody. Arguing is a lack of acceptance. I don't teach women to argue with anyone. I teach women to identify people and not try to change them. Arguing would be you're wrong until you change, and until you change, you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong for thinking body count matters. I'm not saying anybody's wrong for thinking body count matters. I teach women to pick the right person for a long-term relationship, and we are not writing controlling, insecure, stuck in the past, or PP obsessed on our list of what we're looking for in a long-term partner. So there's no argument.
Okay, cool.
Also,
So
the
point is
topic
that
of
body count
conversation
doesn't
is
matter?
not about the past as a general statement. We're talking about consensual sexual activity specifically.
Yeah, but it's a part of the past. So if my question is this, right?
In the past, it's a
Yes.
consensual sexual activity.
Yes. So if a man is to have slept with men,
Adrian, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so are you saying what people did in the past is what they're still doing in the present?
No.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So if a man has slept with men in the past, right, then a woman should be okay with that.
We're not asking what somebody's body count is. That's irrelevant. Who you did or didn't do is not more relevant than who you are, Adrian.
But where else is that applied except for when women try to tell men that they should accept
We're not
this?
telling you anything. We're not telling you a single thing. We're saying, I'm going to pick who I want for a long-term relationship, and if you're not what I want, I just don't pick you. We're not telling you anything.
That's fair, I guess. But saying that they're obsessed with men, for
No,
the
no,
men who
no,
are
no, no, no.
insecure
I
about.
listen. I'm not saying anybody is PP obsessed until they shove me aside to ask how many dudes I did in the past, and I go, well, apparently you're not interested in women. You want to hear about dudes' PPs and the activities those PPs did. So if you're PP obsessed because you've identified yourself by letting me know dudes are more interesting than me, I just let those ran through males run straight through me to the male fantasies they want to have. You want to think about who I did more than I'm thinking about who I did? You want to think about who I did more than you want to think about me? Please be my guest, but I'm not partaking. I'm blocking and deleting that person.
The knowledge asking what was the count. It's not, you don't have to ask the stories. You could just ask
No,
what's the count.
no, go ahead. Ask the count, please. So you can think of all those PPs as much as you want. But us women, when we see you need to go think about boys, we just go block and delete.
I mean, that's a very good gaslighting tactic, for individuals who are
Gaslighting.
insecure.
I think it's reality.
You literally looked at me and said, I want to hear about who you used to do. And you call it gaslighting when I identify somebody who's more interested in hearing about who I used to do. And I can tell because he wants to hear about who I used to do. And so you're trying to take the truth and call it gaslighting when all I did was take what you said and point it out.
Someone asking about your past
My
sexual history
husband,
is
my
being obsessed. Women ask it as well.
my husband had zero interest in hearing about who I used to do because he's more interested in knowing about who I am. He doesn't look at me and think about dudes.
The aim is for long-term relationships. So the
Yes,
amount of that shows your inability to be in long-term relationships.
I picked a man who's everything I'm looking for. I picked a man who's not controlling, not PP obsessed, not insecure. That's right.
But body count matters when it comes down to long-term relationships.
I picked a man who doesn't care to hear about other males. And that's what I teach women to do. If he needs to hear about other males, it's because he's more interested
You need to hear
other
about your
males.
ability to be in long-term relationships, which is
She has been in a relationship with this man for 20 years and he has never cared about her body count. So apparently you are wrong.
So you're just making up stories,
well, that's
right?
him.
Now,
I'm
do
saying
you
this is
think
long-term relationship.
I'm so tired of listening to this guy who's just so delusional because all I hear coming out of your yap hole is made up stories and excuses and gaslighting. We don't care why you think body count matters because we're not listening to your dysfunction. That's between you and your therapist. We don't have time to waste, which is why I removed you because the ladies that are here watching are learning how to not waste their time on males who don't take responsibility for their own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Like this guy here who kept wanting to know about dudes and wanting to make excuses because he wants to know about dudes and I'm not supposed to pay attention to how much he wants to know about dudes. And he says, I'm gaslighting because I'm looking for a male who's actually focused on me. Weird. Very weird, but we're not falling for your little tactics anymore. We're not falling for your gaslighting and bullshit anymore. If it matters for you, Sebastian, you don't matter to us. That's how it works. Carlo.
Hello.
Hi.
I believe it does matter. I have one body count. I married my wife, but at the same time, it's like
Carlo, wait, are you religious?
I am not. I'm an atheist.
Oh, so how old were you when you got married?
20,
Oof. Yeah, how old are you now?
21.
Nice. Do you guys ever have fights or arguments?
Not necessarily arguments. It's just small disagreements, but not arguments. At least not no more. But like over the last year or 2 years, we've been very nice and very kind to each other. Um, but like the small disagreements, obviously, our relationships have them.
Yeah,
But
it's okay to disagree and accept each other's differences and right to have our own thoughts and opinions, right?
yes,
Yes.
um, but at the same time, I feel like body count does matter because even though I have one body under, let's just say one body count, right? But like if someone has a higher body count, it doesn't like our relationship. I feel like the way I look at it, it's like our relationship is like the more relationships you have with individuals is like it's less. It's
Oh, you're making up
less.
a story, Carlo. You're making up a story in your mind and you believe the story you just made up. And then you're going to give yourself emotions based on the made up story that you just gave yourself. And do you know what I call that, Carlo?
Yes. I don't understand what you're saying.
You made up a story. You just made up a story about body count and people's character and personality associated to a particular number without any evidence of that whatsoever. Because I don't hear you giving me the title of a peer-reviewed study that proves what you just said.
So you need a study to prove
Well, no,
character?
Carlo, listen, when you make something up, in other words, you poop in your hand and then you present the poop in your hand and you call it facts and data and information. I have eyes and I go, that was a massive dump that you just took. I can see the steam still coming off of it. It smells bad. I know that's poo. So unless you can bring me a peer-reviewed study, I don't believe the poo in your hand.
If it's in front of your hand, if you could smell it, it's
So do you
poo,
have
right?
a peer-reviewed study or do you just only have poo?
I mean, if you need a study, that's like
Well, I don't
you're
believe
looking
a
for.
male who shits in his hand and calls it information. So, duh.
So where's your study on showing
I
body
don't
count doesn't
pretend.
matter?
I don't pretend there's a science, Carlo, because I'm not that ignorant to make things up and then believe what I made up and then try to get other people to believe what I made up, Carlo. But I have 3 facts for why body count doesn't matter. Would you like to hear my 3 facts for why body
I would
count
love
does
to
not
hear your
matter
3 facts.
to the people who practice logic and stick to facts?
All right, let's hear them.
All right, number 1, if a woman was looking for a long-term relationship and she wants somebody with all of these qualities, no less, and by the way, she defined herself to know what she deserves. So she says, I want everything I bring to the table. Does she need to observe someone's behavior over time to see if he has all of these qualities? Yes or no?
I would assume so, yes.
No, and assume is a belief without evidence. I want you to use your logic. Would a woman have to observe someone over time to see if he has all of these qualities? Yes or no?
Like I said, I would assume so.
I want you to use your logic. Don't make me repeat myself because that's boring. And when people bore me, it's a sin. And when I meet people that are sinners, I abort them. Let me do this one more time. If a woman is looking for a long-term relationship, wanting somebody with all of these qualities, no less, would she need to observe him over time to see if he has all of these qualities, yes or no?
Let's say yes.
Perfect. If a man was looking for a long-term relationship, wanting somebody with all of these qualities, no less, would he need to observe someone over time to see if they have these qualities, yes or no?
Yes.
If a person, number 3, wants to know if the other person has an STD or STI, do they need to ask the person to go to the doctor, get tested, get the test results, and show the test results, yes or no?
Yes.
So, just to expand that further, is it possible somebody can sleep with one person one time, catch an STD?
Can you repeat that?
Is it possible someone could sleep with one person one time, catch an STD, STI? Is that possible?
Yes.
So if I ask somebody their body count and they say 1, do I have the facts about whether or not they are safe to be with sexually?
It's possible, but
I don't have the
statistically,
facts. I don't
no,
have the
facts.
facts if I'm not
Okay,
looking.
I have facts.
I don't have the facts if I'm not looking at a test result. Is that right?
You don't have the facts, yes.
Right. So if I ask them what their body count is and they say 1, do I have the facts about their STD test result?
Yes. But you could make an educated guess.
God.
want an assumption. You want a woman to take what a male says at face value without getting facts, right, Carlos? Is that what you just said?
I'm not saying male's
Oh,
opinion.
so
I'm
let me
saying
ask you again. If
peer
I ask
reviewed
somebody what their
studies
body count
on.
is and they say 1, do I have the facts about their STD test results if I'm not looking at the STD test results?
You could, based on a population,
That's
you can get
stupid.
on.
Carlos wants us to be stupid. I don't deal with stupid
How
people.
is it dumb?
I go block
If
delete
you have
cleanse
an
remove on that
estimated,
stupidity. He's too stupid to be here, ladies. He's too stupid. So when you meet somebody who's too stupid to stick to logic and facts, you get rid of that stupid loser, because a stupid loser will drag you down. A stupid loser will give you an STD, because a stupid loser isn't asking for the paperwork when he has sex. This stupid loser just takes what people says at face value and hopes they tell them the truth, because a stupid loser is really easy to scam, and he's hoping you're easy to scam. Hi.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not like coming on here to like argue or nothing. I'm just saying that in my personal opinion, I've only been on here
We don't care. I don't know why you think your personal opinion should have any influence or sway on other people's logic. Religious? Are
my service is bad.
you religious?
Sorry. Okay.
Are you religious?
Uh I wouldn't consider myself religious. I'd say that I believe in God, but I'm not really religious, you know what I'm saying? I'm more of an atheist, I'd say.
Oh, are you lying?
Yes, I'm more of an atheist, I'd say,
He said
than a
yes.
Christian,
Lying.
definitely.
You're going to hell, right? You're
Are
going
you
to hell
religious?
because didn't your God teach you
What?
not to lie?
All I gotta
Didn't your
say,
God say it's wrong to lie? You're going to hell. You're going to hell. Are you going to repent tonight?
Straight to hell.
Straight to hell. Repent for the sin of denying your God. By the way, God is watching. He knows exactly what you did. You are so going to hell, bro. You are so going to hell because you just denied your God, and your God doesn't like that, and your God is a vicious, angry God. You are so going to hell for that one. He's looking at you. I bet you were going to hell already, though, because I bet you did a lot of bullshit your God doesn't like already. I bet you're already going to hell and you're like, fuck it, let me just do some more bullshit, right? You just don't care anymore because you already know your God hates you. You just don't care anymore. Weird. Yes, exactly. Everybody go see Jeezy for the block, delete, cleanse, remove. Block. There you go. There you go. Block, delete, cleanse, remove. The loser. Look at this guy. Puppy says, make me a sandwich. Your mommy's doing that, isn't she? Your mommy's making you a sandwich because your mommy has to still pay your cell phone bill because you're too lazy. You're too lazy. You're too irresponsible. Eh? Does she come pick up the dishes under your bed? Because she knows she has to come get the dishes under your bed, because if she doesn't do it, you just leave it there and it starts to mold. Right? Is that why you're looking at a woman saying, make me a sandwich, because you're still a big baby boy who doesn't make his own sandwich? And you think women are going to pick you? Women already aborting en masse. We're done with little lazy losers. Done. High divorce rate led by women. 4B movement led by women. Leaving you in the garbage you belong. No more lazy losers. Yeah, no more expired little losers. molding away in your living rooms, in your orange couch with the flowers on it because you picked it up on the curb because you're too cheap to buy actual furniture. Eh? You got your one friend to help you move it. Good thing he has a pickup truck because you don't have a vehicle. Right? Eh? You got the Cheetos molding in the couch cushions. You got some ketchup getting mold in the fridge. Eh? Is that you? You
The
have condiments
comments,
for lunch?
the comments filter popping off. Did you see that?
Oh yeah. You eating condiments for lunch? Did you make some toast with mustard on it because there's nothing else in your house? Is your mommy too old to make you a sandwich now so you don't need anything? You're still living with her? Alright? Does she look at you in disgust? Like, look at what I made. I wish I had the right to take this out of me before it happened. Does she look at you with disgust? Look at these boys coming here with their mommy and daddy issues. Oh, Ripple, go on.
I know when the comment filter pops off in the chat back to back to back, you are pissing them off. Like they are literally melting down. That is too funny. I love to see it. I love it.
What's the matter, little boys? Are you mad at me because women are rejecting you? You're so mad. You're so mad. Why are you so mad? Control yourself.
Yeah, Poppy, you don't get to come up here. You were already muted.
Block. There you go. Removed. She hates men and especially her dad, right? Because every single one of these losers are so delusional. They make up stories in their head and tell their own little made up stories, eh? Eh? Do you turn yourself on with your mental illness? Eh? I know. I can tell. Look at this gaslighter. He's so full of bull. Everybody look at this guy disappear. We removed him on a different account, didn't we? Block, delete, cleanse, remove the garbage. Just like that, ladies, you make the garbage disappear. It's an ant. Squish. Squish. Yes, the bops, the BOPs, boring, oppressive, pee-pee obsessed bops coming in here. They want to come run through women to their male fantasies because these bops are ran through, right? These bops are ran through. You know what else they're going to tell us? They're going to tell us they got a micropeen. They're going to tell us they're a key. Oh, I can key. Look at me. I got a micropeen. That's how big a key is. Oh, that's me. I'm low value, replaceable with $2. That's all you need to replace a key is $2 because I'm so low value because I'm a key. I'm garbage without a woman. Because you know when you find a key, it doesn't open any locks. You threw that motherfucker out, didn't you? Garbage, micropene, low value. Go ahead, tell us more about yourself. We're listening. We're listening. Because we're not occupying your mouth with our kisses. We're letting you yap, yap, yap so we can find out what's up here. And then we block and delete you for being boring, oppressive, and PP obsessed, Mr. BOP Bop. No more bops, ladies. No more bops. No more boring, oppressive, PP obsessed bops. Right? What are these bops talking about? Yap, yap, yapping. Hello.
Hey, so I wanted to ask.
Oh, Ripple said immediately no. Ripple said.
I have a bad feeling about it.
Oh, he's got
It
a
could be.
cross. No, dude, you got a cross. No.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Listen, I'm gonna say this to you and then I'm gonna drop you, okay? But I'm gonna mute you so that we can see what kind of person you're gonna turn out to be, okay? Or we're gonna unmute you. I'm gonna unmute you. I'm gonna unmute you because you know you might sell me some books, right? But here's what I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, okay. You're obviously religious, and we don't talk to religious people, because religious people are indoctrinated. So they're not here to learn anything. They're not here to hear anything, but they want to come talk at us. You know, like the Jehovah Witnesses at the door. They didn't come to learn something from us. They came to talk at us and try to bring us over into their cults. Now, don't forget, this cult wants 10% of your income. You're one of the minions trying to bring more people over to the cult, wanting 10% of your income, because your cult is one of the richest organizations in the world, hoarding tons of money while pretending to care for people, right? But it's bullshit, because your cult has more alcoholism, more abuse, more domestic violence, more child abuse than anything I've ever seen in my entire life. There's no organization that has more dysfunction than what I've seen in your cult. Now, we don't listen to the minions trying to drag more people over to their cults. We block and delete you because, again, you're not here to hear, you're not here to learn, you're here to attempt to indoctrinate over to your cult. So we remove you because we're not interested in your cult.
Well, just listen to your whole thing. Are you going to let me speak?
No, I already told you.
Oh God, I can't get enough of you. Anyway, next.
Next. Next. There we go. See, look at these little boys. Pee-pee obsessed. Even the tiny mushroom pee-pees they want to suck on, right? There you go. Bye-bye. Go get your pee-pees.
Hello.
Hi. Will.
Hey.
Welcome back.
How you doing?
Yeah. Revolution. Amazing, my love. How are you?
I'm good. Job's going good.
Good. Yes. We talked about you dressing up a little different for your job interview, right?
Yes.
Yes. Good. So you're enjoying your new job.
Yes, I love it. Love the
Making lots of
management.
money? Making lots
Yeah.
of money?
Yeah,
Good
it's
man.
slow season right now though for restaurants, but since it's summer, but
Yeah.
it's decent money to be honest.
Good. Tamar, well done. Good. So what do you want to tell us today?
So I got a girl.
Did you get a girl or a woman?
I got a woman.
Yeah, my love. That's right. Good
She's
job.
she's older than me.
How old are you?
So I'm 21, she's 24.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, it's not nothing crazy.
Yeah.
So I shot my shot. This is the most Gen Z thing ever on Instagram DMs. I was like, hey, I think you're pretty. We should grab some food. And then, yeah, we went on a date. Date went well. Went to the movies, second date. And yeah,
Okay. So how long have you been talking for?
we've been talking for about a month and a half.
And when did you kiss?
We kissed, I want to say the third date.
Okay. Now you understand this is too soon to get a good idea of her patterns, right? Well,
Yeah, it was definitely, I don't want to say we rushed into things,
no, you
but
did.
we did.
No, you
We,
did.
yeah,
You did. Own it. Call it what it is. We kissed before we knew who each other was, because you kissed before 3 months, right? So
right.
you kissed before knowledge and insight, right?
Yeah.
So now you're working backwards, hoping each of you that the person you kissed is going to be the right person who actually fulfills what you're looking for, instead of taking the time to find out if you actually fulfill what each other is looking for and then committing as a result of the knowledge and insight gained.
Right.
So what you can do is you can still grab this book and still make sure that they are a good person that shows all the right qualities.
Okay.
And if you happen to read this and see that they're displaying some things that are not aligned for a healthy long-term relationship, I would hope that you would exit sooner rather than later.
Okay. Makes sense. From what I see right now, I know it's only been a month and a half, but from what I see, she's a really good person. Like, she very considerate. So she lives around 30 minutes away from me. So I usually drive over there, and then the other day she filled up my gas tank without me knowing, stuff like that. So just little stuff like that I didn't get in the past, so it's nice.
Well, that's very sweet. She's showing signs of conscientiousness, of awareness, of generosity. So that's really kind, and she's probably grateful for the things that you're doing for her.
Right.
Yeah. So tell us some of the things that you're doing for her.
So I'm getting her like her birthday's coming up. So I'm gonna get her like this nice bouquet and stuff, and then I have a photographer. I'm gonna get her a photo shoot because he's my friend. So
Yeah. Wonderful. That sounds very thoughtful and sweet, and something that she can remember for a long time. Do you want me to give you some advice that can help the two of you kind of lean in a more solid way to each other and gain some more understanding about each other? That can be really helpful.
of course,
Have you heard of the 5 love language quiz?
I have not.
Okay, so basically what the 5 love language theory is about is it breaks down the ways that we show each other love in a language kind of way, like English, French, German, Italian. Now, when you speak Italian and I speak German, if you speak to me in Italian and I'm not translating, then I'm not understanding what you're saying. So when we understand each other's language, you speak Italian and I speak German, and I've learned to translate Italian. When you speak to me in Italian, I understand what you're saying. So therefore, I'm absorbing the love you're attempting to communicate. So when we can understand each other's love language, we can see when you're trying to communicate love and go, oh, that's him showing me his love. And so your shows of love become more efficient and effective because you have a deeper understanding.
That makes a lot of sense.
So here's what I propose you do. You go to her and you go, hey, I really want us to understand each other on a deeper level. How about we do a 5 love language quiz together at the same time? So each of you are going to bring it up on your own individual devices, because you're going to go find it online. Take the 30-question quiz, but do it at the same time. So say, hey, let's do this. Let's pick a time when we can both do this. Let's go sit in the park. Let's go sit in a restaurant, in a coffee shop, at each other's house, whatever. But we'll pick a time where both of us are together. We'll bring this up on our devices. We'll each do the 30-question quiz. Whoever finishes first waits for the other person to finish. When we're both finished, we're going to show each other our results. Now you're going to have the 5 love languages, which is quality time, gifts, acts of service, physical affection, words of affirmation. You're going to see those 5 love languages in the order of ascension from most important to least important. And there's a number beside each one. That number indicates how important each one is to that person. Now with this result, you can have a discussion about the important love languages and how the other person can show you those love languages in ways that feel meaningful to you.
Okay. That sounds like a good idea, because we discussed our love languages very like not too much in depth. Like we didn't order them. Her main love language was gift giving, like giving gifts and stuff, and I said mine was more like physical touch, like hugs, kisses on the forehead, stuff like that.
Yeah. But it's really enlightening to quantify.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. So do it for fun.
How have you been?
Oh my God, I've been really great. I just got back from Nicaragua. I spent almost 2 weeks with 3 amazing friends. One of them built a house in Nicaragua, which is absolutely beautiful. You can build a really great house for 150 grand in Nicaragua. So she built this gorgeous house that if you had built the same house in Costa Rica, it would have been between $500,000 and $700,000 to build it there. So built a really beautiful house, view of the ocean. She's a shaman, so she's got all the crystals and like the feathers and the sound bathing and everything. We did a sweat lodge when we got there, which was like, it really taught me how to kind of cleanse and release in a very ritualistic way, which I actually repeated when I got home, which is really cool. My friend did a bufo ceremony with me. I'm gonna let you figure out what that is. And it was, I came back from that ceremony and I turned to her and I looked at her and I said, I'm ready for my divinity now. Like, it took me to a whole new level.
I've always wanted to do that.
I've been at this new level ever since I got back home.
That sounds amazing. I'm glad you enjoyed. I've always wanted to. I find those rituals very interesting. Like it's very mind opening.
It is. And there's a number of different rituals that you can do, like ayahuasca, right? So there's some other ones that people can do, but I've never felt like those were for me.
Right.
This bufo, that was like the day that I was supposed to do it. And I was a no, but I actually helped my friend get through something, and then I blocked her. And I after that moment, I felt like, oh yes, you can guide me in this ceremony. And so I was excited about doing this, but I felt like the excitement wasn't mine in a way. And I listened to the voice, capital T, capital V, inside my head, and it uses words sometimes. And so the voice said, my spirit guides are happy for me. And I said that to my friend. I'm like, my spirit guides are excited about what I'm going to do. And it was such an enhanced, mind-opening experience. It was really great.
It's good. I'm glad you enjoyed your time there. It's beautiful there too, I bet. South America. Central America, I guess.
Yeah, the funny thing is it was hotter in Nicaragua than it was in Ontario, Canada.
Was it?
Yeah, they had a big heat wave here.
You mean it was hotter in Ontario than Nicaragua?
Yeah,
Yeah, you said the opposite.
Ontario, Canada. I said Ontario, Canada.
Like, I think you meant Ontario.
Oops.
No, you said it was hot.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to catch up with you. How you doing?
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, no, it was hot. It was hotter in Canada than it was in Nicaragua while I was down there. Yeah. Anything else, Will?
No, that was it. I just wanted to catch up with you, see how you were doing. I gotta get to work. I'm a workaholic now, so
Let's do
gotta,
it. Make that money.
I gotta get that
money.
money.
I love this for you, my love. Come back anytime.
All right, thank you so much. Bye
Bye,
bye.
Will. It's funny how, we get males coming here saying, oh, she hates men. Go on. Oh, Ripple, are we having a leg? You're muted, by the way. Loving the heat wave. Oh, yeah. Oh, Night, what do you want to say? What do you want to say, Night? Tell us in the chat. Uh-huh. Tell us in the chat. Tell us in the chat. Tell us in the chat. I said, what did you want to say? Tell us in the chat. I didn't use big words, my love. I guess I did use big words. He doesn't understand what I'm saying, so I'm going to start ignoring him now because simple language isn't getting through. And I just don't waste my time with people who have difficulty with clear communication and try to confuse clear communication. Perfect, thank you. Perfect, thank you! Exclamation mark. Okay. Interview with Alice. Editing down to 1 hour 25. Good. Two. Love it. Thank you. Love it. Thank you! Exclamation mark. Oh, I'm hungry. Oh, it's lunchtime. That's why. Christopher.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi there.
Tell me what's good, Christopher.
Say again.
Tell me what's good.
Oh, so much. My daughter is doing driver's ed right now, and I've got a big play coming up, and just all kinds of fun stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
I was gonna say, as far as my primary relationship goes, she's let me know that after all these years that this just is not what she wants. And it's really funny how I've seen myself going through trying to make sense of it according to my agenda rather than just believing someone.
Okay.
Yeah. That's been strange for me, and I also realize as I look back that through all the years that everything that I've ever asked for has been met with resistance, and I've always tried to employ understanding and say, well, that's because she's, and then fill in the blank. This has been hard because, this has been hard because. And it's very, that part is very one way, and I'm sure from her perspective, things are very one way for her. But when we try to have conversations about what matters, she just, in my experience, she's very used to, everything has to escalate to a fight like it's on the Jerry Springer show. And I think I've spent a lot of years also trying to decide who's right and who's wrong in this situation when that's not really the issue. It's not really the issue. If somebody, what I realize from all the times I've listened to you is if someone's saying they don't care about what you care about and they're not interested in accommodating that, then just believe them instead of, oh, if only I could say or do the right thing, then they will. And it's like, no. No.
I'm going to interrupt you for a second just because I see somebody is trying to spread some disinformation in my chat.
Sure.
And I don't like that about me when they try to do that about me. That's what I went through when I was a stripper, and if I went to therapy for that.
Oh, jeez.
What I experienced as a stripper was getting paid to travel, having incredible experiences, making a ton of money, and meeting incredibly interesting and intelligent people, and having long conversations and great experiences with those individuals. And I didn't need therapy to undo all the amazing things I experienced as a stripper and how it elevated me as a human being. It gave me more experiences that I could possibly dream of in a very positive way. I love the freedom. I love the intelligence. I love the lessons and the learning and the travel and the money. So you insinuating in some way, shape, or form that my 20 years as a stripper has some kind of negative effect on me, I will remove you if you attempt to insinuate that again. Okay, Christopher, go on.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
Yes, I would advocate that for other women. I would always advocate autonomy, freedom, money, and everything they want. I would always advocate that. Christopher.
Yeah. That's smart. And one of the things I'm also realizing too is that when our relationship started, that turned into a marriage that's been a little over 17 years, we were both very active in that cult that you were referring to in a previous conversation.
The religious ones? Christianity, Mormonism, etc. Those ones?
Yes, very specifically that, yes. And I realized that I spent a lot of time in the name of wanting everything to be good. I was constantly gaslighting myself. And when I wasn't doing that, it was to other people in the name of trying to have clarity and peace and happiness. So I guess we are very different, and now that we're not involved in that, and there's more clarity for each of us about what we want, she's made it very clear that she just really doesn't want this relationship. And the only challenge that we have with that is that we have a family together.
How many kids?
Well, she had she had 5 from her first, and then 1 with me. Um, and that was a lot of drama too. And now she's just I agree with her. I feel the same way. We're both weary from all of it, and from my own programming and the things that I would choose, even when I look at it and go, sure, I was programmed, but what would I choose now? I would still go, well, let's stay together and make the best of it, and use this cumulative experience to transform and be a support and be a team. But the thing is that's a sales pitch I've always had, and it sounds nice. But if the other person doesn't want to do that, I just have to be willing to let go so that I can, I guess I feel like I just feel like I have a grievance with reality. So instead of just being sad about it, it's like it's depressing. And I think depression is kind of refusing to accept reality. And instead of anybody being bad, sick, and wrong, it's like, yeah, this sucks. But apparently Sin Shop Finds is telling me it's not therapy here, and what the hell is my question?
She wants to know what your question is. I want to know what the question is.
Sure. I guess it's how do I, I tend to know I know what I need to do. It's just hard to get myself congruent to feeling like I need to. And I know, Sin Shop, I ramble forevermore.
So what do you need to do?
I need to let go and build my life on my own while supporting my daughter.
Well, let's get logistical. Are you two living
Right.
together? Are you still living
Oh
together?
yeah, and I still pay all of the bills, and
Okay.
as I always have done, and
So, but logistically, let's do the logistical part, because
Yeah.
that's something that we can kind of lean into while we're also dealing with all the emotional parts, right?
right.
So what's logistically going to happen? The two of you are living together, you're paying the bills. What is going to happen?
I mean, so far the plan is to live together for 2 more years till our daughter's 18, and then who knows what. There's a lot of avoidance when it comes to the step-by-step, do what we need to do
Um,
on my part.
you call it avoidance, but let's just let's kind of redefine it, right? So we're going to continue living under the same roof. I'm still going to support my family. We're going to do this for the next 2 years. We're going to be civil. We're going to cohabitate. We're going to co-parent for the next 2 years. So we're just going to, it's chop wood, carry water, right? For the next 2 years.
Right.
Civil and properly, right? So you will find, by the way, and I've had this experience, and it might well happen to you, that when you're living under the same roof, under the title of relationship, romantic relationship, the expectations of how people will behave in a romantic relationship often cause a lot of conflict. When you remove those expectations by removing the label, a lot of conflict is removed. So you might find that by splitting up, you've effectively removed a fair amount of conflict because you removed a lot of expectations.
That makes sense. That would create a lot more peace, because the living situation still implies an old dynamic that's not there. That
But
makes sense.
it's a new dynamic, and
Yeah.
the new dynamic has more peace because we have come to accept each other and no longer try to change each other. So you'll find there's less conflict.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
Makes sense.
enjoy that. Like, just enjoy that.
Yeah.
Release all the other stuff, right? Because you're just, again, chopping wood, carrying water for 2 years. You've set that plan for 2 years. So don't complicate your life. If you're going to date people, do it outside.
Yeah, well, and also when friends have said to do that, I'm like, I couldn't be less interested in that.
I understand. I'm just giving
Yeah,
instructions here,
that
okay?
makes sense. Yeah, I'm
If
listening.
you're going to date other people, have them outside the periphery. Date them
Oh
outside
yeah.
the periphery. Don't bring them into the environment because it's going to cause conflict and you just want to chop wood, carry water for the next 2 years and have peace, right?
Exactly. That makes perfect sense.
Do your healing, do your work, and if you're going to engage with other people romantically, do so outside the periphery and let that person know, listen, I need you to understand for the next 2 years, I'm chopping wood and carrying water and making sure that we are sending our daughter off into the world in a functional way by not creating conflict in the home. So for the next 2 years, I'm not really going to bring you around because things are really complicated here. So if you're okay being on the periphery, fine by me if it's fine by you.
That's absolutely perfect. Yeah, and because the epiphany that I had a year into our marriage that we both talked about was with her already having 5 kids and just being divorced. Was we both realized if we could do it over again, we would have just waited till all the kids were 18. It was like, yeah, I'm just gonna be over here, you know.
Yeah, honestly, my husband waited. My husband divorced when his 2 kids, and they're like Irish twins, they're like a
Yeah,
year apart, basically.
yeah.
And so when they were toddlers when him and his ex divorced. They were 8 and 9 when him and I started a relationship. And it still caused some dysfunction because I was bringing insecurity. We were having fights. He's trying to appease me. That takes something away from the kids. So, I didn't get my shit together until the youngest was about like 17, 18. So, I mean, let's just keep things as peaceful, cohesive as possible. And let's just keep the peace in the home and do your healing, do your work. And if you want, have your fun, but that's your journey for yourself, not something to bring into the home or vomit into the home.
Exactly. That's yeah. It's so obviously true because it's common sense. It's good to hear it from another person. So.
Anything else I can help you with, Christopher?
Oh no, this is fantastic, and you're doing all the good work. So thank you.
It's a journey, my love, but we can do this comfortably together.
Yeah, and it's encouraging too to hear how you can have a situation that was so challenging and where you struggled with your own behavior, and then it was like, oh wait a minute, I can do better.
I can do better. Yeah.
And not dependent upon the results it creates in that specific relationship. It's you were going to do better no matter what.
Yes, my love.
Yeah, that's brilliant. So, thank you so much. Enjoy.
Anytime. Bye, Christopher.
Bye bye.
So true. So this guy, Lightning Bolts, showing us his delusion. I automatically make up stories in my head, no evidence whatsoever. I believe my own stories because I'm mentally ill. Right, ladies? Are you learning to recognize mentally ill people quicker? Oh God. This guy comes on different accounts because he can't handle the truth. Bye, loser.
There's nothing even wrong with it. Why? I don't get it. I don't get it. I can't. And you know what? Put a bullet in my head the day that I can, because the day that I can understand stupidity and stupid people, I'm done for.
That was 3 accounts, him trying to make me feel bad about being a stripper. That's pretty funny. Desperation.
If they saw the video, if they saw the footage I saw, no one would feel bad. There was a service, so I feel bad for people who haven't gotten to see you dance. Honestly, legit.
Me too. I was a phenomenon. I can't tell you how many times I had people go, "Are you the feature?" No, I'm not the feature.
Stop it. Was no, still is. You still. Oh, I cannot believe it. Okay, let me stop because while I'm ahead, I'm gonna just getting all flustered over here.
Look at this. I still got it. I still got it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not the spoon. I watched your dance years ago. Watch her dance now. Still amazing, Dondra. So Dondra was security at the club that I worked the longest at, and the club that was towards the end of my career. So she watched me work there from my 30s, like I was probably like 34 to probably 39.
Oh, it's just I've seen. Listen, I've been to a lot of clubs. Okay, your girl loves to go to a good club, but you're different. You are like you are just you add. It's like an art. Like you add something else to it. It's an art the way that you dance. It's not just oh you're a stripper dancing. Nah, you actually you're a dancer, like a dancer, not just a stripper.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And what I bring is my soul. I am connecting.
Yes.
And when I see you become soulfully connected to what I'm doing, I'm connecting to your soul as well. When I would get on stage, I would connect to the music, and then I would look for the people that were connecting. I would find those people. Since Shop just said, I felt the energy when I saw the clip with Krista. It's her gaze, it's her connection. I find the people that are connecting soulfully to the music and the dance, and I find them and I go, and they know I discovered them, and they go, ooh, and I feel their energy go up, and their energy is coming to me through their eyes, and they feed me this elevated energy, and I get, ooh, and it makes me high because I'm feeding off their energy. And I look back at them with that increased oomph, and they go, whew, I felt that. And we have this exchange that keeps going back and forth, but it goes there, high, comes back, high, goes back, high, comes back, high, there. Do you see what we're doing? And we keep doing this over and over and over again. And I'm telling you guys, I did not need drugs. I did not need alcohol. But when I would get off that stage, I was high. I was shaking from the energy because I got filled with so much. It was amazing. So now you're single. Right? Ladies, these guys are eager to show you how stupid they are. You just got to let them talk. You just got to not occupy their mouths with your kisses. Don't forget, no kissing, no sex, no sleepovers, no exclusivity. Get rid of these dum-dums. Get rid of these dum-dums. They're too stupid to procreate. Do not let that DNA proceed.
You had people draining their bank accounts.
Unfortunately, yes.
I bet.
Seriously, I had the ones that is like, I'm like, okay, pay out for the dances, and they pay me for the dances, and then they do the math. How many bills do I have? How many days till my rent? How much money is in my bank account so I can go get what I have left over to give to her to get more time? Yes. Yes.
I believe it. I've seen it. I've seen dudes go into debt at clubs. So yeah, I believe it.
My husband, there was a calendar year, and those little males were so delusional. I'm gonna get a female's attention by being stupid. Oh, I'm so delusional. I see you, Delulu. I have a calendar where every night I wrote how much money I made that night. For 1 year out of my 20, I tracked my income. And every month was about $10,000. And I know how much my husband was paying me. That was the year that he was, well, one of the years, because he came for 2. That was, I think, the first year he was coming to see me. He was about 10% of my income.
He said, "Take me to church outside at the altar of the stage."
Yes, had I known you 20 years ago, I might have taken a different path, Carla. Listen, I got an effect, my love.
Know the best what what 10% of a man's income is, that churches are asking people for that. That is insane to me.
Send out the vibes, it never fails. I didn't have to be raunchy, I just had to be myself, sensual and smart.
No, there is nothing raunchy about your dancing. That's what it's. Ugh, I can't. I cannot wait for this film to come out so people can see, because you're about to prove so many people wrong. Yeah.
And would I date a 27-year-old? I wouldn't date anybody. I'm married and I love my husband. Let's see a sample. I will block you if you say that again.
I wait. You could block them now.
Oh, yeah. All right. For you? Done. Delete. There you go. Evolution Revolution. Krista, you want to come talk about the film? Now seems to be a good time. Do you want to come talk about the film? You didn't know what, Marco? I am married, yes, sir. Been with my husband for 20 years. We met in 2004, committed in 2006. Oh no, just to correct this person attempting to spread disinformation in my chat. Body count does not matter to the people who practice logic and stick to facts. It's not an opinion, it is factual. The body count does not matter to the people who practice logic and stick to facts. Krista. Yeah, I'm gonna go block and delete. Block, delete. Oh.
Good morning.
Hi.
You okay, Ripple? Ripple's
I
getting a
gotta
little
pull it
overheated.
together.
It's not springtime anymore. Anyway, yes, thank you for letting me pop up. I am the filmmaker who's making the documentary about Chantal and about her teachings and her methodology. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to our event in Niagara Falls, where we're going to do a premiere of the film, a special version just for this event specifically. No one else will ever see it but us. So then from there, it's going to become a feature-length film, but we're getting a preview at Niagara Falls. We're also going to have a meditation, and Hope with Holly is going to be speaking, and we're going to have a dance party, and it's going to be a fabulous day overlooking Niagara Falls. For those of you who've never been there, it's absolutely incredible. Something you want to definitely see in your lifetime. So we're really looking forward to that. You can get the tickets for that in the link tree in Chantal's bio. And if you want to check out the website for the film, which is titled Evolution Revolution, sharing title with Chantal's new book, which she will be releasing at the time also. evolutionrevolutionfilm.com to check it out. You can sign up on the mailing list there. Also, you can follow me on TikTok on this account or on Evolution Revolution Film account. I followed many of you today, so if you didn't know who that was, that's me, and it's info for the film. So thank you so much. We are hitting it really hard this week. Kai is off to film school right around the corner, so we're hitting it really hard this week. She'll be here any minute, and yeah, we're really, really looking forward to this. You guys are gonna love it.
I love that. Is it UCLA, right?
Yeah, UCLA Film
That's
School.
so awesome.
Such a hard school to get into. She had to write 13 essays for one application.
Dude,
So,
I love her so much. Like, I don't even know her that well, and I'm so proud of her.
yeah, she is great, and she's great to work with. She's speedy on the computer. I mean, I'm kind of old school with the computer, but she grew up with that thing in her hand, so she's a whiz, and she's very bright. So
yeah, it's been a lot of fun working together with her and working together with Chantel. We had a great visit. We spent a week at Chantel's house, interviewed her in depth, all kinds of things, and followed her around everywhere and did all kinds of stuff and met a lot of her friends. So you're going to see it all. We brought her back into the strip club and she danced for us. I think it was 8 or 9 different dances because we did 3 different songs and we did several different types of cameras throughout, drone, 360 cameras, 4K cameras, all kinds of views of this woman dancing on the stage, and it was incredible. It was one of the most fun days of shooting I've ever had in my entire career. It was so much fun. So much fun. So you get to look forward to seeing a peek at that too. So yeah, can't wait. Thanks for letting me talk. I don't want to bore you. I don't want to ramble on too long, but if anyone has questions. Oh, and the lovely Miss Alex Cole will be visiting this weekend to interview. So yeah, getting
Your
more.
house?
Yep.
Oh, I'm so excited for her.
Right?
She's gonna love it.
Yes, hopefully we'll have some whales driving by when she. Oh, there's one right now. Hopefully she'll get to see some whales. Yes. So very exciting, and the beat goes on. So thank you, Chantel. Yeah.
Thank you, Krista. I appreciate you, my love.
Oh, and I spoke with Elle too because Elle's near where I'm going to be hopefully interviewing Joss Stone. We're still setting up the details, but hopefully I can get her at the same time. So yeah, it's moving right along. Everything's looking great. So thank you. Thank you so much for giving me the access and the support and yeah, being such a wonderful subject.
Yeah.
And she's so well spoken, you guys. You know how she is. She communicates so clearly and so easy to shoot her. One take, she just says everything perfectly. She never stumbles on a word or anything. It's amazing. So
Practice.
Yes.
I did a podcast yesterday with this woman. She has a website, readmybook.net, and she just loves reviewing books and supporting authors, and she's created a business around this. And we just did her first podcast episode yesterday, and she asked me, how has coaching changed you? And I said, it helped me become more confident in my language. Because if you watch, and I've kept up my old videos. I kept up videos where I'm wearing braces. And if you watch my first YouTube videos, and then you watch how I am today, I think there's a really big change in my speech patterns. And so that's something that changed because of all the coaching that I've been doing, is that my speech has become more refined. But another outcome is that seeing people take my advice and change and evolve with it has given me more confidence in my abilities. So I'm grateful that you were taking what it is that I do and what it is that I say, and you are wanting to share that with the world, because I love how we're all working together on this, and we're all evolving and gaining more confidence in so many ways.
A lot of fans in other places too, and we're starting to connect with all of those too. Joss Stone is a huge one. You know, she has a large voice and a large presence, and it's going to add that much more to the film. So very, very blessed to have made that connection through you. So thank you. Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Say, Chantel, you're so right. When your old videos pop up on the FYP, it is like a different version of you. I can see how far you've come in your own growth. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And we can all do that, right? I don't mind you seeing me so unrefined. I don't mind seeing you seeing me not as good as I am today, because when you compare the two and you see how far I've come, you can look at yourself and go, I can do that too.
100%. And that's we're seeing the actual process and results in real time.
In my hair too. Sam, I'm going to bring you up, my love, but I'm going to bring my husband his lunch. Do you want to hang out a little bit while I go do that? And then I'll get back to you. Maybe Sam is Hi. No, bye. Baby. Ripple. Would you like to hold
Yes,
down while I bring Hubby his lunch?
of course.
Hi, my love. I will be back shortly. Baby. All right. I'll be back soon.
Chantel, hi to hubby.
No spinning.
For any doubters out there, I did meet and spend a week with her and her husband, and he is for real, and he is super cool and amazing, and yeah, he loves her so much. They have a great, great rapport with one another.
Better. I know he does.
Lately.
Been on vacation. She's been on vacation. I think. Is it a beach or a lake? I don't know.
Dondra's talking about one of the times I was there visiting Chantel. We went into uh, oxygen. What do you call it?
Can
No,
can
it wasn't a sensory deprivation chamber. It was a hyperbaric chamber. That's what it was. Hyperbaric chamber, and it was really cool experience. Deprivation chambers are really cool too, but that's with water in it when you're floating. Dragon Ball. I don't know about that, but yes, a hyperbaric chamber. You tried it? Have you been?
have the pleasure of trying it while I'm there. I've never been in one.
A few times to one in Santa Cruz that's amazing, but it's closed now, so I have to find a new one. But it's such a great experience. Can we do a show of hands of who's coming to Niagara Falls? That would be cool to see everybody that's coming. If you're in the chat and you're coming to Niagara Falls, put a hand, please. Are you moving?
are you moving to a different country? Or did I make that up in my head? Yeah, I was right. Wow.
Remember now, Croatia, right?
So cool.
No.
Hi.
Oh,
Love the
it's
love the
Krista.
goggles.
I was just telling people that you were real and that I could vouch for the fact that you were real.
I'm having to work from home right now.
Ah, well, nice to see you. Hello.
We're sort of seeing you, right?
With
That's too funny. Oh, baby, you're so handsome. Mwah. Yeah. So don't mess with me, because I got the dark side on my side. And by the way, that's not my father.
Not.
The run through rows missing out. The run through rows. That's right. That's right. Maybe I had a couple boys coming here wanting to know what my body count is. I was like, oh, you want to run through me to go think about boys? You go ahead and do that. Hello? Hello? It was me. San Diego deprivation tanks. Ooh. Hyperbaric zombie, hyperbaric chamber. Take us the oxygen chamber. And the doggy spins. Brought to you. Your hair. So, speaking of evolution of my hair, I'm gonna do my roots. I let them go a little bit longer because I wanted to see what was growing out. But yeah, gonna do my roots tonight. And I haven't blow dried my hair in so super long. I'm really like saving the texture of my hair, like really doing as little as possible to create any damage, so no heat. But I'm really tempted to blow dry my hair. Like sometime soon, just to see what it looks like now, because I haven't seen it straight in a long time.
It does look good straight, but it also looks really good, just natural curly for sure.
I love how my curls are developing. I love that my hair seems to be feeling thicker. Americans obsessed with the topic of body count because Americans have been indoctrinated to be obsessed about sex, period. The American culture, what is it that you say? You say sex sells. And what is the culture that you have? It is capitalism. So you're very sex focused in your culture. What if they slept with every person? So this male is so pee obsessed. When he looks at a female, he thinks of every male in his town. So I really feel bad for any females he might date, because by looking at her, he's always thinking about every other male. That's very, very obsessed. Have you done anything to deal with your obsession? No, I'm not going to bring you on. You're obviously delusional. I don't bring on delusional people. I don't bring on the kind of people who look at a female and think about so many males. That's super mentally ill. Bruh, I know. I know. Like, bruh, get a handle, get a grip. I'm sure you can with other people, but here you're just showing too much weirdness. I don't talk to males who look at a female and think of so many other male genitalias. It's too much mental illness, and I'm not here for a therapy session. Yeah, your hypothetical is what you think. If it's not in your head, it doesn't come out of your mouth. So you look at a female and think of all the males in the town. So why are you so obsessed? What did that? Why? Where'd that come from? Because you're judgmental. There you go, ladies. What is judgmental? The definition? What's the definition of judgmental? Now he's gaslighting, right? Did you see him say, I didn't say what I said? Did you see him say, I didn't say what I said? That's called the gaslighter. Judgmental describes someone who often rushes to judgment without reason. And you think I'm going to talk to you? No, you lack reason. You've already told me you lack reason. I'm not interested in talking to you. Don't request, leave me alone. I need intelligent people, not somebody who lacks reason. Very much a weirdo. Oh, this guy says it's personally disgusting for women to enjoy males other than me. Because if she enjoyed them, she's going to know how subpar and unenjoyable I am, right? That's why you're disgusted. You're preempting her disgust at your lack of performance towards her pleasure because you don't actually like the female body. When you think of the female body enjoying sex, you're disgusted. Ladies, get rid of these losers. Don't suffer them. Oh no, we're having an open discussion. You're quite the lesson here. You're just upset that you're the point of discussion, right? You're just upset that I'm discussing you with my students. Yeah, you have no claim. There's no claim for you to make that will interest us. Mm-mm. You didn't pose a question. You showed your delusion. You have fair points? Type them in the comments. Yeah, you asked a question that displayed your delusion. Ladies, hands up in the comment section if you think it's delusional for a male to imply a female could even sleep with all the males in a town. What are the men you're talking about? Now this delusional moron is speaking for people he's never spoken to, and he thinks we believe his delusions. He's so weird. He's so weird. These males are really weird.
Wondering when he's going to choose silence. Because, like, my guy, stop while you're behind.
Listen, his mommy only paid attention to him when he was being delusional. So now the way he interacts with females is by showing delusion to try to get attention because he's got mommy issues. I'm going to block and delete him. Everybody watching for the block and delete because I'm not interested in males with mommy issues. Block, delete. I just got rid of that male with the mommy issues. You're speaking right now. You're typing words. Say what you want to say. Yeah, these guys wish we had daddy issues because, you know, they want us to pick them. Because they're looking for the parent-child dynamic, right? Ladies, when they ask you what your body count is, it's because they're looking for a parent-child dynamic. They're hoping you have daddy issues. Just block and delete them. Look at this, John. I'm going to block and delete him. There's the, because I don't talk to males looking for females with daddy issues. Block, delete. See, like that? Get rid of the males who hope you have daddy issues, okay?
Elias, you are talking right now. What part of type it in the chat do you not understand?
So block, delete. You know why I did that? Because he was too dumb to know he was talking right now. He was too dumb to see that he was saying words. He has such a huge lack of self-awareness, he doesn't even know when he's talking. We can't have these people around us. If they're that stupid, just get rid of them. Notice this guy said allowed, use the word allowed. So notice how these males are looking for a parent-child dynamic, right? They're not looking for a peer-peer relationship. They want parent-child. Baby. Right? He wants to recreate a parent-child dynamic and hopefully have it go his way. Because when he was a child being parented by indifferent people, it did not go his way. So he goes, I'm going to recreate a parent-child dynamic and hope it goes my way. Hope I get the love I'm looking for, the attention I'm looking for. But we just block and delete them because we're looking for men at our level, not males looking for a parent-child dynamic. I don't think you understand the word inspiration, because I don't think you've been inspired to achieve anything. And you attempting to tell us that you've achieved 2 females that were interested in you, I don't believe you've ever achieved 1 female being interested in you. So you coming here trying to convince us that 2 of them wanted you at the same time, I'm laughing. I'm laughing at the dirty dishes under your bed. I'm laughing at how your mommy's still paying your cell phone bill. I'm laughing that your only friends are on video games and you never met them, okay?
Damn, you ate them up.
Watch this guy disappear. Here's the block, delete, cleanse, remove the loser.
Honestly, start paying you because the dog walk, like, there are dog walkers in cities who get paid a lot every day, and you need to start getting paid.
Look, ladies, every single one of these males who say body count matters are liars, making up stories in their head and believing they're made up stories because they're also mentally ill. Are you jealous I get more dick than you?
God, we need to have your editor clip this whole entire live.
Bring you up to say what, love? What do you want to say? Recent guest? Recent guest. A few respectful questions? Sure, go ahead. Type them in the chat. Oh, body count does matter to losers that are controlling, insecure, stuck in the past, and PP obsessed. Body count does not matter to the people who practice logic and stick to facts. You need a woman? I have a dating book for men. Do you want to see what it is? No, I don't have children. I have a stepdaughter and a stepson. Both of them were raised understanding that their body belongs to them. Body count doesn't matter. Who they did is not who they are. Of course, I give them the same advice. Because when you empower people with education and knowledge, they will never be abused by a dysfunctional person. So what kind of person wants to take away autonomy? A dysfunctional person, an abusive person. So I would definitely teach my children, and I did teach my children, body count does not matter. Is a bit different to say body count doesn't matter. Is it different? No, it's not different. Autonomy is autonomy. So if they're happy with what they did, that's good on them. If they're happy with the 100, 200, 300, 3,000 people they had sex with, they're happy, good on them. I'm never here to take away their happiness nor their autonomy. But apparently you will be unhappy if they don't practice their autonomy your way because you're dysfunctional. They can give it up to whoever they want to, but you look at a female, think of every male genitalia you can possibly imagine. You call that everyone because you're so PP obsessed. You think of all the males all the time, don't you? You say everyone. A female can do everyone, but she shouldn't do everyone. When I look at her, I think of everyone. I would teach my stepkids to block you instantly. Your point.
Who are you to decide? He said not everyone deserves it. Who are you to decide who does and does not deserve sex with your daughter, your supposed daughter?
With someone else. I'm going to look at someone else and I'm going to tell them who deserves to have sex with them. That person doesn't get to decide for themselves who they're going to pick. I'm going to tell them who they can pick because I'm going to figure out who deserves it, right? Because you're so delusional. You're so mentally ill. You're so wrapped in your ego and dysfunction and your God complex that you think you're going to dictate for other people who they're going to pick for consensual activities. That's why we don't talk to people like you. That's why people like you stay in the chat, because I don't want to hear your voice. It grates on my senses because your lack of logic is gross. You're going. I'm not trying, I'm just saying. I'm not trying, I'm just saying. I'm not trying, I'm just saying. Look at the deflection and gaslighting. Saying body count doesn't matter is poor advice because I'm religiously indoctrinated, controlling, right? You can't tell women they can do what they want. I gotta disagree with that because I'm so dysfunctional and delusional, right? I love using people like you as an example. We don't care where it comes from. Dysfunctional and delusional, fine. Not religious, just dysfunctional and delusional, right? They can do what they want, exactly, but you got a problem with people doing what they want because you're delusional, you're dysfunctional, you're mentally ill. Anyways, I'm done. Block. Delete. Goodbye.
She just turned the TV off in your face in the middle of your program.
Mute you? How about we block you? I don't know why people got tired of you, but I'm tired of you already. Goodbye. Oh, look at this guy. Everybody see Jem for the block, delete, cleanse, remove. He controls nothing. He controls nothing, and we're showing it right to his face. Squish the ant. Who's next? Who's next? Who wants to be squished like another ant? Wine with you and hear you talk? Are you hitting on me? Are you disrespecting my relationship and my husband and me? Are you doing that? Yes or no?
No, they said they like your rant. They said they like your rant, not the way you talk. Did they say that somewhere? No, they didn't.
I said I'd like to have
Oh, no,
wine.
you're right. That someone else said that.
If
I'd
you
love to
hit on
hear.
me, I will remove you. Okay,
Yeah,
don't
no,
hit.
remove Data Boy.
Okay.
Remove
Yeah.
Dat Boy.
Well, I'm gonna give him another chance. If he didn't say anything else other than that,
No, he said I'd love to have.
I know.
He said
What?
I'd love to have wine with you and hear you talk.
Right. I could see women saying
You know
that
what?
as well. Okay, so just
Yeah.
so you know, if it sounds like hitting on me, it will probably get you muted because I do not accept that. That's not what I'm here for. But you were muted, not blocked, so you were still here. You can still stay and learn. And when I host my next live stream, you can come back and partake. But just understand there are boundaries here. Okay. Um.
Not afraid to admit that I am a hypocrite. So. I will mute them.
Dad, give me a
Hello.
second. Give me a second, my love. Give me a second. Hi, I just want to know if you have something ready for Chantal, Chantal. This was, oh, it's a pendant. Today? What time is it? 1:22, about 3 o'clock? Awesome. Okay, thank you. Bye.
I saw you looking for your watch. Did you ever get it back from El Salvador? No.
It's okay. Hi, Dan.
Hello.
What topic are you here for?
I kind of disagree with your prompt.
Okay. Do you have anything other than indoctrination, dysfunction, or ego?
Yeah, I think so. So it's a personal experience and it's a personal perspective I have.
Well, that would be ego,
So
my love, because you're taking what happened to you personally and thinking you can paint everybody else with the same brush. Right? Like
no, it's
that.
just an open conversation we're having here. And
No,
I'm just saying how I disagree with your prompt.
I understand. And I asked, do you have anything other than ego dysfunction or indoctrination? You said you did, but then you presented personal experience, which you're trying to use as a reason why other people should think body count matters, and that's called ego. I have 3 facts for why body count doesn't matter. A fact would be like this. Would you agree this is a key?
It looks like a key.
So a fact is something outside of yourself that is readily agreed upon because it is so obvious. Your personal experience is not an obvious
Okay.
reason.
All right. So do you believe
I didn't finish what I was saying. Your personal experience is not an obvious reason for me to change my life because my personal experience is a high body count is very beneficial. So should I run around and tell everybody to have a high body count? I don't do that because I'm not so egotistical. What I do say instead is body count does not matter to the people who practice logic and stick to facts. Don't interrupt me, by the way. That's why you got muted.
Okay. Would you like me to speak now?
Well, I would like you to speak anything other than ego indoctrination or dysfunction. So your thoughts, your experiences, that's not what I'm looking for.
Okay. Do you believe the sanctity of oneself is of value?
Yes, I have a lot of sanctity. That's why I have a high body count, because I value my education. There's a lot of sanctity in my self-awareness and self-knowledge gained from my experiences that taught me so much about myself. I have a lot of sanctity in my education.
Okay, so I think this is the point of where we disagree. I think
Don't care where we disagree. I wasn't asking you to agree with me in any shape or form. I teach women to not pick people that are controlling, insecure, stuck in the past, or PP obsessed. I don't teach women to pick people that are indoctrinated or dysfunctional or egotistical. So I don't care how we disagree. I wasn't looking for an agreement from you. In fact, I'm not here to change your mind in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, I guess I misinterpreted your prompt. It seemed that if you're saying the body count doesn't matter, then going out and getting a high body count does not matter.
No, it doesn't matter to the people who practice logic and stick to facts. Let me ask you this question. If I didn't ask you for STD testing, and I asked you what your body count is, and you said 1, do I have the facts about whether or not you have an STD or STI?
No.
No, so the number is irrelevant. I need facts about your safety, not a number. Listen, is it possible for somebody to have a low body count or a 0 body count and they're not respectful? They're not hardworking? They don't have financial responsibility? They're not ambitious? Is it possible to have a low body count and not be what I'm looking for? Is this difficult?
I don't feel like we're having a conversation. You keep interrupting
You don't
and
like
cutting
what
me
I'm
off and
saying
wasting
because
your
I'm too
perspective.
logical. So you can go away because I'm too logical for you.
Oh
Because
no,
I'm
that's
pointing
doesn't
out, I'm
the
pointing out how a low body count doesn't come with qualities. I'm pointing out how people can have a low body count and be a piece of shit. I'm pointing out how people can have a low body count and lack logic and intellect. I'm pointing out how you can have a body count of 1 and still have an STD. So asking somebody what their body count is to try to figure out if they have an STD is the stupidest thing you can ever do and turns you into a super spreader. And I teach women to stick to logic and facts so they can avoid delusional, dysfunctional, egotistical losers that have an STD that they're spreading because they don't ask for facts like STD test results. You don't like that. It's not going your way. I know. Big baby boy. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you feel. None of us do, because your thoughts and feelings are not our business. Our thoughts and feelings are our business. And do you know what we're doing? Standing on business by removing people who aren't what we want. And nowhere on our list did we write controlling, insecure, stuck in the past, PP obsessed. So you can talk low and slow all you want and try to come across as a good guy, but we're listening to what you're saying, not how you're saying it. And we're figuring out that you're delusional, egotistical, you make up stories in your head, you lie with your language by saying men want and most men want when you've never talked to all the men or even most the men. But you're a damn big liar trying to convince us you can speak for people you never spoke to. You're also a big liar when you go, well, you know, statistically, there's no science. There's no statistical science. And we know this because I've been asking since August 2024. Not a single one can provide the title of a peer-reviewed study that says so. Ripple says, clip this.
I'm still stuck on the whole. Do you believe in the sanctity of your body? Like that was a weird way to
Oh, I do
slap
believe in
my guy.
sanctity.
I know, but it was just such a weird way to word the question that he was actually trying to ask.
Well, he was trying to insinuate I didn't respect myself, but the fact is I respect myself too much to let some schmo reduce my education on myself because that schmo wants me to be unknowledgeable, uneducated, and uninformed because that kind of woman doesn't know better than to get rid of a schmo. Divorce rates are higher in lesbian marriages. Title of the peer-reviewed study right now, liar. Title of the peer-reviewed study. Go on, bring it. By the way, the divorce rate was when she left the male, not with the female. Come on, give me the title of the peer-reviewed study, loser. Divorce rates, the lesbians that left to losers and switched over to women because she's not ready to have another loser again. And losers seem to come with peepees more often than not. Oh God, in a second.
If they actually read that study, they would realize that that's why the divorce rate was high.
Delete the loser, delete the liar, delete the guy trying to spread disinformation. I gotta go, y'all. I'm gonna say something that's gonna get me bananas. I gotta go.
You're going to pick up your pendant though?
Yeah.
Awesome. Can't wait to see it.
I am. Do we do a book walkthrough? Should I do a book walkthrough? It's gonna be so beautiful.
Always.
It's gonna hang right here. Ooh.
What's the length of your necklace?
I think this.
It's like 16 inches. You have your wrists are tiny. I know your necklace has to be tiny too.
I thought you said your breasts are tiny for a second.
Well, that would be a lie.
Yeah, so it's a. Wait a second. Pretty sure that came with 16.
Never mind. Her main account's not up here anymore.
Oh yeah, no, I took it down. It went away and I didn't put it back up. Who's asking for my main account? Who needs?
We're asking if you had a backup account.
Well, this is my backup, yeah. This is actually this is a 8. That goes to 18. This is a 18.
Send the bracelet back.
Oh, what happened?
They sent a 6.5. I knew the second I took it out of the box, I was like, it's stunning and gorgeous, but this looks a little small. And sure enough, it was a 6.5.
That's a 7.
Send it. They'll send the right one. It's a really good company that I went through. It's actually one that I did not name off to you guys, but I love them. They're a great company. Anyway.
Pamela, are you coming to Niagara Falls? Sign up is in the link in my bio. Pamela, joining us in Niagara Falls. It's gonna be so good, my love. It's gonna be so good. I'm so my event planner, he's sending me quotes for furniture, quotes for florals. Quotes for flowers. This is going to be spectacular. I have never. Okay, no, wait a second. Okay, twice I bought flowers. So my first wedding and my second wedding. But I went so minimal on flowers, like just some bouquets, basically. That's what I did for my first and second wedding. And I didn't like flower up the place. I didn't do that. This Niagara Falls, I am flowering up the place. I am spending thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on flowers. Traveling, sign up to watch. Can't wait. Love this, my love.
Hey, Chantel, I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about the meditation as it relates to the power of the water and the falls right there.
Yeah.
If you wouldn't mind.
So I have, there are 2 things that are major attractors to me, and that is sky and water. And when I'll be watching from the UK, when I host a retreat, it is, if you saw Costa Rica, if you saw Bahamas, what you saw was water and sky, because I just feel like it's such a beautiful energy source. It is cleansing and it is amplifying. And so I picked Niagara Falls, and I picked this particular hotel with this particular room because because of the power of the falls. Like, this is literally a power source. It is literally used as a power electricity in people's homes. It is a recognizable power source. It is a powerful power source. So we are going to use the power of the falls to come in, to cleanse, to remove, and then we're going to build inside of us and then release into the falls to amplify, to deliver. So we're going to do some releasing, but we're also going to build ourselves up, and we're going to create something for ourselves, each of us individually. For me, it is my next 10 years in business. I'm celebrating my last 10 years. I'm celebrating the success. And then I'm going to pre-celebrate the next 10 years. I'm releasing intentions. We are all going to release intentions into the falls for it to be delivered and amplified to bring to us what we want to need. Update your passport. Let's do it. You got some time. Okay, my loves.
Beautiful rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, my lovely. It is a beautiful day. Actually, the weather is perfect. What a beautiful day for a drive. All right, lovelies.
Thank you, Chantal.
Krista, thank you. Mr.
Before I
Mike.
tell everyone, go check out evolutionrevolutionfilm.com. Thank you.
So, bye, lovelies. Lily does. So, Mr. Mike, October 25th this year, I'm hosting a full day event in Niagara Falls where you can come in person or you can get a ticket to watch virtually. I'm going to create a Zoom room, and I want to have multiple camera angles so that you can watch me, you can watch the audience, you can watch the falls. So you can tap into any part that you feel is giving you what you need at that time, at that moment. And we are going to have a 3-part day. The first part is a meditation that's going to be very powerful. The second part is open mic. I have guest speakers, and we're going to invite you to talk as well if you want to. And we're also going to do a pre-screening of the documentary film Be Made About Me, a special pre-screening made just for us. And we're going to end the day with a dance party, and it's going to be a beautiful, spectacular, wonderful celebration. Listening to the waterfall in Niagara Falls is better than therapy, Mr. Dreadzone. So I want to invite you guys to make sure you come join me Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern time for minimum 2 hours. As always, Mr. Mike, we love having you here. I really appreciate, sir, how you came here and you got some lessons and you thought, let me see what the flavor is elsewhere. And then you came back because you like it here so much. I think that's really cool, and I think it's fun, and we enjoy having you here. We enjoy your support and your protection and your voice and your presence. So thank you. You have very good vibes, sir. Very good vibes. All right, lovelies, you can get all of my books on Amazon on paperback. I also have ebook bundle deals and 2 audiobooks. I enjoy you too. Good. And my 2 audiobooks are No More Assholes and Fix That Shit for Women. You can get all the buttons you want in the link in my bio, including a free book button, a free starter guide for singles, and free starter guide for couples. So grab what you want, grab what you need. I love to keep you supported and happy. So let's do this in order. Comeback Queen helps you heal faster from a breakup or divorce. No More Assholes is how you make sure the next one is the right one. No more mistakes. Don't look for the audiobooks on Audible. That's right. They are only through me. And No More Assholes is also in Spanish. When you start a brand new relationship, grab After the First Kiss. Make sure you avoid pitfalls and self-sabotage. Fix That Shit is going to help you with advanced communication, conflict resolution, having a zero-fight relationship. That is the goal. We want to be functional, not dysfunctional. Dating 101, this is for the teens. I wrote this to be a textbook in high school. Until then, please get this in their hands so that they don't become adults who made the same mistakes we did, finding out the hard way instead of the easy way. The free book in the link in my bio is Fake Love Need Not Apply, How to Identify and Remove Posers, Losers, Scammers, and Predators. This latest release, the Glow Up Journal, is a 60-day journey designed to increase your self-esteem by getting you to biohack your own brain and change the structure at an expedited pace. The Perfect Play is my dating book for men, helping them heal from a breakup, a divorce, and select the right long-term partner. Custom Made is career coaching. This is to help you identify and monetize your purpose, passion, and talent. It is a workbook, 2 writing exercises at the end of every chapter. Say yes to goodness. 10 steps for a complete and happy you. Helps you enhance your happiness in 10 separate areas of your life affecting you mentally and emotionally. These workbooks have bonus material. So there's the No More Assholes workbook. There's the Fix That Shit for Women workbook and the Fix That Shit for Men workbook. So don't forget to come back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time for minimum 2 hours. Come learn to be empowered. Come learn to stand your ground. Come learn to identify and quickly remove toxic, abusive people so that you never suffer their dysfunction. I love you, my loves. I'll be back so soon. Krista, Ripple, Emily, Dread, Digital Jules, Stephen McGriff, Mr. Fat Mike, Lori, My Sharona, Miyagi, Carla, Dina, Louise, Bill, Kat, Courageous Pamela, Anthony, Mars, Zombified, Sin Shops, and Matter. Thank you, my lovelies. I'll see you tomorrow.